Hey everyone!
How
I might have to
is
adjust the
it?
cameras a little bit. sure you just slide a little bit.
Oh, other way. Okay. This is where you need to focus right here.
Hey friends, how y'all been?
Gamer.
Can they hear us? I think they can.
Yeah,
Yep.
they can hear us.
I see like my loud mouth right there.
Hey, loudmouth too?
Loud mouth to know this character's gonna be a little bit different.
I think all our characters are gonna be a little bit different.
I think so.
I'm not a caster.
I'm not the tank. I'm not
You're
that
not.
I'm so charming, but like,
How's the volume, everyone?
I'm tweaking it as we speak.
Awesome. Thank you, thank you, thank you.
There we go. My Streamlabs remote doesn't want to work right now, so.
Alright, I am on stream. Ooh, I got one of your commercials apparently.
Hey, look at that.
Hey!
how you doing?
Is a gamer?
It is a gamer.
Hi, gamer!
Hi, gamer.
Hi, gamer. Hi, gamer. That's our camera right there.
Yeah, so you do
That's
that
our
one,
camera.
you do
Hi.
that one.
Hi.
This is the cool.
No, this is the cool. This is the cool camera right here.
Y'all are in matching gray.
Nice.
I'm colorblind.
Oh, the green drowns it out.
There we go.
Nice ball. You.
We have a
Thank
nice
you for
black-
subscribing.
Thank you.
Thank
We have a
you.
nice black and white aesthetic going on.
Yeah.
White, black, white.
Funny though, I'm 50% Native American, as if you could ever tell. All the time just said, screw your name.
So history repeats itself.
Pretty much.
This is how we're starting campaign 2, friends.
If we don't go that well, I'll be disappointed.
I mean, that's the perfect setting for these characters. Do you guys want to give a brief description of your characters before we begin?
Sure. Starting over there.
Alrighty.
Josh.
So,
That's CPD.
hi, I'm Josh. I play Edmund. He is a blood hunter, and he has black hair. He's Caucasian. It's shaved on the side with a full beard. Any which way. Yeah, he's sporting leather armor. And he uses rapiers. And blood, so that's kind of kinky. But
You
yeah,
have to poke yourself with a rapier. That's going to be very cool.
wait till I pull the arrows.
Alright.
So he's promised not to blush this season, so it's my goal to make him blush this season.
Hello, everyone. I am playing Sin Arca. She is a badass, unlike me. So this is gonna be a stretch. She is. So she appears to be an elf with goggles. You can't really see her eyes. She's really a fallen angel. What was the race called?
Aasimar.
It's Aasimar. I didn't want to say it wrong. Aasimar. She's an Aasimar. She's got a booty. She is very cold and collected. And that's my.
Did you take your titty skittles?
This is a medication check for anyone who hasn't taken the medication yet and needs to.
Including
I
you.
will do that soon after food, actually. I'll do that after. But she's badass. She's gonna be our fighter. She is a samurai. So yeah, it's gonna be fun. Oh yeah, her appearance. Yeah, she has like black hair. When I started it, she has the goggles, so you can really see her eyes. She looks elfish. She wears lots of black, gold, and white. We have art in the making. I'm sure of it. And like, that's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah, these two have some badass but cursed items at their disposal.
First club.
Oh yeah.
Moving from cursed to crazy, Brian.
Well, you all know that I play very I've been an elder class session and I talk like this.
But now I'm going to be talking like this because I am playing Cowmorgan Schleppen. And Mr. Schleppen
I love it. I love
He
it.
Mr.
was slept on the job.
is a balding gnome with white hair that is trying to escape his crazy mind because the hair knows that the mind is just back.
And wears a breastplate. He is a devout follower of Muhammad, with, according to his faith, holy symbol years.
Moving right along.
So I'm the jeweler. I like to tell stories. I can be anyone, anytime. Because I'm changing. And that's all I'm going to say for now.
What form will you be taking for the start of this campaign?
So I will be an older man, kind of like a Wyatt Earp, a bit older. I'm dressed in demon and blood hunter gear. I kind of look like an outdated cowboy.
Before we continue, I think you should put this microphone up a little bit on the Streamlabs. I want to make sure we capture Joey and
I'm sorry.
his fabulous voice. We need to make sure we capture all of
This
it.
very happy voice that's going in.
That's as max as it can go.
No. The dial right there.
This,
Up.
yeah, I did it. All the
That's
way
not
up.
ours. Ours is that one. Hello? There we go. Thank you.
Alright, so, as you guys can see from the title, this is starting 20 years after the Mark. This is the same world, just with the after effects of everything that happened. 20 years after the incident with the Marked, things are not looking well. After the cult of Syrinx seemed to be dealt with, things only got worse. Years ago, a massive magical explosion blasted apart much of Melona. No one knows the exact cause of the fiery blast, as any who were close enough to see it seemingly didn't survive.
Wait.
But the explosion resulted
Is that you?
in a massive black cloud looming over the city of Melona, or rather, what remains of it. A panic began, and Melona survivors had turned it into a hub of anti-magic activity, with the survivors of Creatador quickly joining them, as well as many magicless noble families from various cities. They formed the Pure Blood Protectors militia. Magic had become outlawed in all of Teltadore, and practicing magic outside of the approved clerics and paladins chosen by the purebloods can be a death sentence or results in enslavement. Our heroes are in a gnome town called Calacia at the far south end of Teltadore, separated from most of the other populace by a mountain range to the north. The local loon, Asteria, is trying to get people to listen to her latest research suggesting the stars influence our mind. Josh and Joey. You two enter town. There are many gnomes going about business as usual. A strange blue elven woman is tossing around flyers, being dismissed as if this is normal behavior. You can hear her saying something about controlling minds. As you get in a bit closer, you nearly bump into two individuals leaving a shop. A tall elven woman and a gnome man. As you look in their direction, you see smoke beginning to billow out, followed soon by flames. Crystal and Brian, as you step out, a human male, followed closely by another figure, nearly runs into you. You can sense something odd about these two. Almost as if they've each bound by chains to something within themselves.
Well, hello, stranger. How are you doing today?
Move out of the fucking way.
Forgive my Taylor's going under bad stuff, and now he's just ornery as all hell.
Sim kind of turns her back and waits for.
There's only kind of small one.
Well, I'm down here
you get a nice perspective. And I am just so sorry for your wife. She must be unsatisfied. I correct.
The test? That's what, strength athletics and power listening? Okay.
I said you have a small penis, Mrs. Bunker. That's always the same thing.
We're starting off the campaign with the first roll being your dick is small.
19.
That's the same.
Wow.
You get nothing.
Nah, don't be mad at me just because he's pointing out some pictures.
Sorry. You're funny.
You get Jamie, not me.
Right. So many distractions. Are you sure that fire is going to be okay?
What fire?
So where's the police?
The fire is getting progressively larger, and other gnomes are starting to like kind of scatter and panic, and you see some trying to grab buckets of water.
Does anybody else smell that? It smells like coal.
If you two look at the sign on the shop before it's consumed in flames, it's a shoe shop.
I don't know what
It's
to do with
beginning
that.
to smell like burnt leather everywhere, burnt fabrics.
I think we should move. You should be very careful with lanterns. You were kind of clumsy.
I continue forward. And what's
Are
my
you-
surroundings?
You're in the midst of a beginning to panic gnome town.
Thanks for the
Hey,
raid.
Sean!
Hey, Sean, thank you for the raid.
Hi, Sean!
Yeah, if you guys see something, let me know because
Oh, yeah.
I can't.
Yeah, it just happened. So.
How was your stream, Sean?
Hope it was fun. Can you do the shout outs for me?
Yeah, it means this is a raid. We don't have a raid message though. This is a raid. Alright, we got a couple shout outs to Sean.
So you guys are currently in a gnome village. You grew up in. You're very familiar with the surroundings. There's one little inn and hotel. Don't get a lot of tourists in this specific section of Southern Fedoric. There's Asteria, the local loon, who's handing out the flyers, just kind of like.
We kind of have this new station.
The townsfolk don't know it yet.
Well, look, I'm dressed.
He's always been dressed that way.
They don't think you're the new.
She's the one throwing flyers around the town, like in some cases crumpling up her own flyers to peg people in the face with them.
You're getting better at your aim.
Thank you!
You're welcome.
By the way, that's awesome, Sean. I'm glad that you had fun on your stream. And welcome to the very beginning of the
Wicked Ways.
Wicked Ways. I was thinking about internet.
Well, let's go see what she has to do.
I'm gonna go up to Edmund before we go. You know what they say, right, son? If you want a good scream, you gotta complain.
I think you two should come with us.
Based on what was
Based on the fact that you can
And
hit,
this what happened.
you can
She's
get hit.
basically throwing
and I
out
don't
her
have to.
flyer. She pelted someone in the face with a crumpled up flyer. He said nice aim and then said that he's going
I think
to.
I ordered the flyers. I'm gonna do it.
It's very like sloppily done, sloppily painted and whatnot. There's like a child's crescent moon and a bunch of stars on it, and then big old words that says mind control on it.
how old is this blue?
As far as you were aware, she is somewhere within the range of an adult elven woman. Not old, not teenage. Hard to tell with that one.
I'd be mighty interested in seeing some magic tricks.
Well, then you definitely gonna have to come to the show. I'm gonna teach you guys all about how the stars are totally messing with our minds.
Obviously, doing meditation.
I've been told that.
When is the show?
It'll be as soon as the stars come out. About 2 hours.
I tell you, when the stars come out, there's much more worse things in the dark. Trust me.
Why are you ominous? Are you foreshadowing something? You see, folks, this is what happens when you just break a wall and you just talk about anything. I say that to nobody.
What is this spell?
Listen.
Well, it's a couple days travel, so let's go get a drink maybe, and
That's all we do is the show first.
why not? Or, unless you want to travel right now, but
I'm kind of interested in this.
oh, you have a name.
Yes.
Oh, good. Eddie.
Well, you can call me Chester.
Upon being called Eddie, I'm going to point my razor at him.
Sit. Come in.
Oh my god.
Small dick, now we're Inuyasha-ing him.
Sit, boy.
Sorry.
We still have to worry about washing.
I'm pretty sure it is a wisdom save. That's a save.
I'm really good this time.
Or Fizzler.
At this point, Asteria just kind of grabs your arm and is like, come on, grab your pants, let's go to the show.
Oh, don't touch me, don't touch me. I'm gonna try and break away.
As soon as you pull, she like lets go. She's not being forceful.
After you.
And she kind of like skips along ahead.
I'm gonna wait for the hand to go in front of me.
You waiting for what now?
I'm waiting for his hair to go in front of me.
Okay. Minor illusion. He has a brown stain on his ring.
So Sean asks who we all are in the campaign. We can do a brief,
Recap.
yeah.
Sure.
So far in the story.
This way, this way.
Okay, that's fair.
So I'm not going to do the accent this time, but I'm the Julian. I am for lack of a better term, evil. And I like to do evil things, and I generally enjoy being evil. I'm a changeling. It helps.
How do you look?
Well, normally I am a shadow of death. I wear a black cloak that obscures my face, and I have skin as white as milk.
And you go like Chuck.
No, Chuck is my ego that I am right now.
Oh, okay.
Right now, because I'm a changeling, I change. I look like an old cowboy. Because I don't know.
Cookie Pants Illusionist.
The illusion is now a buzzing noise in his ear. I, in the last campaign, was the barbarian Albert. And now I am the little known Common Schleppen. Cobbler by trade. I am a shoemaker and a devout follower of the all-justicey Bahamut Platinum Lizard.
You're a shoemaker that burned down the shoes.
I didn't burn it down, she was clumsy. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it.
You can roll the appropriate thing if you would like to roll insight.
I want one! I didn't even look. Nope. Oh, I got
That's
it.
my insight. Well done, folks.
15.
Just be clumsy.
And for...
Speaking of clumsy,
I didn't He dumped it over. You just
are
said
you
it.
saying this?
No, I don't care. Anything, whatever they want.
I'm a pretty good judge of character.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't care. I'm not gonna fall for it. Okay. So, I am Sin Arco. I am an Asimar, fallen angel, that masks around as an elf with dark goggles, so you can't really see the eyes, because that's kind of what gives away the Asimar. I am a fighter type, samurai, specialty, and she wears lots of gold, white, and black in her like garb, and does look like she's wearing like a kama. If you know what that is, it's like one of the samurai, pants thing that's very flowy. And then she does have like a gi on the top that she wears over one shoulder. But other than that, she has a huge sword that she carries on her back, a katana specifically. That is attached by a very strong chain around her waist.
Alrighty.
Alrighty, I play Edmund. He's a human blood hunter. He has black hair,
very good.
ponytail, shaved sides, and good shears. He doesn't stand good.
Was it Ninja Turtles with the blue?
Alright. And as per usual, I'm Damien the DM. Continuing with the story, those of you that have not seen Asteria before, as you're walking with her, you notice that she is an all-blue ebony woman, which in and of itself is strange. But her eyes also have no pupils. They're an entirely, almost a sea glass blue. Her hair is long, wavy, a darker blue, everything on her is a pigment of blue, even to the point of the clothes she is wearing.
If I sniff her, what does she smell?
She smells somewhat like. Roll a perception check.
You can do it! Guidance.
That
To
gives me what,
smell
+4?
her?
It's a perception check. It's a guidance. Add a d4.
I roll what perception?
Yes.
That's a 4.
18.
She smells vaguely of decay and gunpowder.
You can tell a lot about a girl by the way she smells.
I asked.
That one, for example, something's up. What is this show about?
Well, like I said, it's about how the stars control our minds, dear. Basically, they're deciding our fate upon the very moment we create it. Just by looking at the stars,
Have you ever heard of this television?
that's not a thing in this world yet. That's a nice hands down, okay. But I think it would be better disguised.
There's no booty call tonight.
After all,
The
you're
Great
more
Platinum
so
Lizard.
any of you.
The Great Platinum Wizard, or Lizard, Lizard, does not like that.
You just can't tell who's the great crowd.
Well, behind us, of course.
Why are you doing
As you guys
I
follow,
am very observant of everything that goes around me.
that? Pull him up. You see that? I'm gonna stop this thing. I'm just fucking. Oh yeah, I forgot you're smaller than me.
What's that?
I forgot you're smaller than me. Yeah.
okay.
I'm actually really sorry. Put him on my shoulders.
Good.
We're gonna be
A
good
strength
friends.
check to hoist him up on your
It's about
shoulders.
time you found your way between Sutton's paraphrase. This is not correct.
Strength check is a 9.
That was his eye.
He You attempt to lift him up, and as you get to like about here, like not quite to the point you're able to get him on the shoulders, you feel yourself.
I drop him. And what was the
She's not hurt.
saving throw?
Wisdom.
Wisdom. No. That's a 6.
Yep, you failed.
You take lots of offense to the virginity one.
That's 4 points of damage.
Oh my god. I'm gonna be dead by the end of this.
At this point, you're reaching the exterior of town. You see what is a 2-story home that's fairly narrow and somewhat in shambles. It looks like she doesn't really care about the upkeep. And she just waltzes into the door. All of her movements are very like flowy, like.
I don't know if that's before.
Okay.
I'm just my pass.
Whoa, natural 20.
Nice.
My first roll game.
As you're kind of paying attention to her and the house as you go in, there doesn't seem to be anything particularly interesting about the house, but with the way she's moving, there's almost like as if there's a faint echo right behind wherever she moves. Like a little aura or just something that's not fully in this realm following her movements. Very close to her skin.
She's delicious. I mean, let's head on inside, shall we?
How would you eat fear? Would you use a spoon?
Don't worry about it.
Or a spork?
You just focus on being short. Just not hurt.
We're really about to get in a fight and go over
That is a. Hold on, I wouldn't roll that yet. Because that's a 13.
14.
Okay.
Let me see what I do for us.
The food is here, by the way.
Okay.
I guess we're just waiting for them to knock.
Okay, so clearly doesn't matter to this. So that means out.
You see, my good friend, I have given you wounds now.
Well, here's my question. Because I actually did this. And it's a touch attack. Do I need to roll? Or would you?
I don't know how this is not gonna work.
No, this is like my
Is
hands.
it a guaranteed hit or?
No, my hand sports with black lightning as my hand goes green. So this is your kind of that's a miss.
I feel like I just. I go really quickly.
That
It
is a warning. You have some really long nose there.
So you follow her inside?
Then I go inside.
Okay.
After I tell him I was noticing.
Do y'all continue in?
Yeah,
Alright. I kind
I think
of
I made my point.
get your attention. She doesn't seem to be this
So she's from another plate?
I'd say she's not the only one there, sunshine.
Hey, listening?
This is what happens when Joey plays the harp.
I walk forward. I follow you, I'm sure. I am being very keen on
I use that spell.
As
I hope you guys
you,
didn't need dealing today. You know.
as you all enter, she closes the door behind you, and in front of you, you see, despite the unkempt exterior, the inside is very clean, everything is very organized, and you can see a rather large lab. You can see bookshelves full of books. You can see what looks like magical scriptures on various things within the house.
I hate it.
So do we have anyone else attending this show?
Oh, no, not at all.
It's a special show just for us.
Absolutely.
Inside
No one
check.
else in this town gives a damn about me.
Inside check.
Go for it.
18. That's pretty good.
What was it?
18.
She has completely dropped the bat crap demeanor that she was expositing in front of the townsfolk. She is much more serious and carrying herself more proper, more like what you would expect to see from, well, based on all of the magic scripture around you, a sorcerer.
Oh, you great. I'm gonna go in the room right now.
I feel like I'm not paying attention. Roll with my passive perception and passive insight. Hey, yo, boy. My passive is a 7.
Okay. There's not any, like, none of the magical scripture or anything is, like, acting upon you guys or the house or her or anything. It seems more like it's 95% complete, like it's ready to be completed at a moment's notice if she has to.
I'm gonna Freddy Krueger on him.
Those hairs grow. Awesome.
Trust me, I don't have it yet. So it's coming.
And I feel it will. That's the
We're gonna kill ourselves before anything else does.
You know the lights over there? Or
Yes,
or
we can work it out.
15
15 or
to strike you.
2.
So like momentarily you see like the facade fade away, you see these gold claws and then whoosh, and then they're issue and then they quickly fade back into
Joey,
yeah.
we got, so the pizza that we got is this is like barbecue pork. Are you cool with that?
Yeah. Oh, let me check it out.
We give everyone a slice for now.
What's that?
Are you saying this out loud?
Inspiration.
I'm pretty sure I'm a little too old for your taste.
Damien, you want one?
Sure.
You like a fine vintage wine. Just give that to me.
So, you sound different.
Yeah, at this point I feel like my illusions dropped because I feel like you probably see through it anyway. And now I look like the phone guy.
Which would be, I think, your first time seeing Dualahan as Dualahan.
Not really.
Well, obviously not you.
I'm gonna
Hey,
just
hey.
place a hand on one of my rapiers and just eye him suspiciously while also talking to
Asteria.
Now. You already have a wife that you're not poking. Don't poke anybody else. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
The funny thing is, with magic being outlawed, the moment you make yourself look crazy and stand out, the less likely people are to pay attention to you.
I knew it in the way that I had no idea.
I get to practice magic freely without worry of the militia, because no one thinks that I can do anything to begin with.
I'm sorry. I have enough to eat.
I get to practice magic freely because no one here thinks I can do anything anyway.
I get to practice magic because people are shit.
Wait, you're a magic user?
Magic.
I must go tell the authorities.
Yeah,
I
right,
think so.
little man.
I think it's Hey! My height is the only thing that's little.
Congratulations.
Thank you. I know, but he might, and I just. This is fun.
I'm listening. There's a lot of great things. So, you can practice magic.
That I can. And I knew that there was interesting individuals coming to town today.
Yeah. What did you
She's a firebug.
Firebug?
She likes setting fires.
Inside check.
Okay?
Yeah, you're just gonna let him continue on with the story.
I got a 12.
Okay.
I am full of shit.
Yeah. Anything anyone says, inside check. Oh, I just.
I'm full of 2.
See, it's like, yeah. I noticed. What is it?
There's no beverages here for tea. What I mean?
Would you like something to drink?
Yes!
She kind of meanders over to a shelf, grabs a potion bottle, and tosses it at you.
Hi.
And this is?
Something you can drink.
Okay.
We're doing
So, what's
great.
it now?
Thank you. Thank you about the setup.
Let me pull it up.
We're gonna fucking door.
He's playing his character to a T.
Yeah.
I told you.
Okay.
So how many extra characters do you have?
48.
Jesus. I wouldn't
Somehow
doubt that either.
No, seriously, I do. I have all my NPCs from other games too, so I just have to de-level them. Okay, well, yeah, that's that.
Hey Jen! Oh my god, I love the setup. We're doing great. Thank you so much.
So I,
We finally have a good setup where you can see all our faces.
So, after you consume this, a bright pink light begins to shine through your eyes and mouth, and your skin is now glowing. I need you to roll 4d4 for it.
do I get any saving throw?
It's not a save.
Okay.
We're healthy and happy.
Or the d4s are throwing a rebellion.
I told you, I didn't memorize your roles. I was like, oh, you're talking about healing. Yeah, think like Gilmore is somebody who would remember. Four, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
You gain 13 temporary hit points.
Nice. I can see everything.
You were glowing pink.
Well, I have pink on me, see? As you see, his clothes are complete mismatch, like polka dots, stripes. His feet, his boots look like they're made in the elven fashion, but with cheap materials, so it's like an elf boot with a point, but it's sags. He's a mess. I'm not a mess. I am the height of fashion. And fashion is very short.
Anyway, you were saying.
I was saying, I knew some four very interesting people who would be coming here today. And I decided to put on this little show
Thank you for the alert.
that no one but the interesting people would want to attend.
Hey, Brent.
How's it feel, Edmund? Having somebody think you're interesting? I would say this is not great at
That's not a good idea.
Sense.
Wisdom saving though. Let's see. That's a 19.
No, save some of those spells and
Now.
little tricks because I have a task for you.
Okay. What are you gonna make us?
Straight to the point.
Of course.
I have more potions like the one that you just consumed.
Okay. I'll take 58.
I don't think you could earn that much in your lifetime, though.
I
She looks at your shoes. Looks back at you. I
Ain't
don't
that bad.
really that bad. The height, probably not.
What do we have to do?
get more food.
I am missing an ingredient I need to make an explosive device to get rid of that militia encampment outside of town.
What do you have to do?
I mean, most of you seem like some sort of magic practicer, and having less militia around would certainly help
Someone
you.
says yes.
I must admit, I'm a bit torn. I do like the prospect of destruction.
Tell me,
I was in the middle of talking.
what is your pool?
Michael amongst the people. You saw how I behaved in front of them.
They see you as the leader.
The militia's a bunch of assholes. Let's just do it. However, you have to up your price. I want 3 buttons. I do not speak for you. You are not taking my
She like shoots the door, looks back.
I've been around 3 years now.
300? That's it? You're a baby! Oh, very old.
Comparatively to my range, yes.
Stop.
You get
Yeah. That was a character. Just having fun going a little bit off the walls a little bit. Definitely anti-Elric.
What of you, Hunter?
I don't see any roll. We need to get you a bow.
Regarding what?
Start making a bow tie. There you go. We have a bow.
You still think I killed your family? It's so rude. I told you no. Of course I'm bad. I heard that you wouldn't trust me.
Yeah.
Go for it.
Oh, that's massive. That is massive.
I wasn't sure to stop you.
Oh,
You believe him, and you also believe that you would hurt his feelings by saying
25.
I'm just an innocent victim.
he's full of shit about how bad he feels, but he's always telling the truth about not having killed the family.
I think you need to go to the crapper. But you didn't go to your family. I got a nose for this.
You can trust him because he knows
What did you say about my nose?
how big it is. Just
So this will be our only one
I
last
pass.
episode.
Listen,
I'll
Sonny,
tell her to her.
your little spells are shit.
I'm really sure you trust this group.
what?
I don't trust anyone, but the stars have told me that you
That's
will bring a
familiar.
break to this chaos that'll help me.
What if the stars are
The stars don't lie, darling. They don't have emotions, and only ones with emotions lie. Another one.
Of course, I dropped it earlier. I just haven't got there. Pizza has priority. I mean, it's B, priority. Pizza, priority. Let's go.
We'll have to put that's right. Pizza
Funny thing, me too, but all the different.
It's multifaceted.
Exactly. Besides, like I said, it's sponsorship. I just took care of that.
I would advise saving your spells or replenishing them before you go because you need to truly thanks for it.
It's just words. My words just carry weight because of my visual appearance. I can do it all the time.
A giant thing.
Very nice. You can have some of this.
I thought that nice.
Rest is yours.
I don't believe I'm agreeing to anyone.
And what other than devouring me do you want?
Well, you have to understand that the mind's eye outsqueezed
Yes, and yet somewhere in the easily enough.
Gotta do this.
Well, 18 is 5 armor class.
Sets of 2 4s.
But in his ears, he is.
As we were saying,
So, where do we have to go?
Just to the west of town, not quite into the desert. between the mountains and the desert.
So more about the ranger in the party.
Which one is the ranger of the party?
No, and Lucky was saying that's more about
No.
I'm not a ranger.
yeah.
No. Are you going to leave to rest, or can you do this tonight?
Tonight's fine.
I have no other pressing arrangements.
Let's go.
How far away is this thing?
Maybe an hour.
Let's rest and we'll go.
But you have hands you each a like the simplest health potion. Consider it in advance.
Okay. Do I have a cot?
For all four of you?
No, for me.
Don't you live in town?
About that.
Oh.
Told you he was a fireman. Like flames coming out of every orifice.
I guess he's. Did you say that? They could be playing insurance or something.
And then I remember I don't own the building.
Because even evil geniuses have their limits now, don't they?
Of course, look at you. You are the definition of a limit.
I get my powers that first.
This is the world's smallest viola. Yes, viola.
It's a viola.
And you can have it. It's a string instrument. You go like this.
Like Hawk.
It's smaller. And you use a bow.
Chuck. Like a bow and arrow.
You're stupid.
I'm not stupid. I'm gonna do it. I mean,
Dula. You're a Dula? You're a Dula. I'm Dula.
You said when your powers return, you have power.
first I have to do this. 6.
So he calls you the second time now.
What are
Okay.
you saying, Elf?
You said when your powers return. When are your powers returning?
They'll come back in time, I'm sure. Just gotta connect with a few people.
What sort of powers do you possess?
Yes. Soon enough.
Yes, we will all see.
It just mirrors everything he says, the sinister and sexual at the same time.
Welcome to the Dula.
We will all see soon enough. That's your own die.
How many?
Inflict wounds. With your own die. So, I'm sorry. Especially since I don't have another spell to heal you. This is my last one.
I'm about to take a short rest.
Perhaps I should have done the potion of patience.
13. Oh, I'm sorry. Only one more. 20 points of damage.
Water down it.
I'm down.
He's dead. Spare the time.
So,
At least he'll be
Jack
fine
is
then.
now unconscious on the floor.
I look at his loot. Damn.
Oh, what that?
Yeah, I think I need to as well.
Since I'm already here.
Yes, I did. Did you straight die? So he doesn't die.
I mean, you can take my room. There are 2 beds up there.
Okay. My clothes are in one bed. I
points involved in the turtles.
You're unconscious. You're not doing it.
I'm just grabbing the line.
Which means you don't have to make that saving throw. You still have 0 hit points. I just make sure you didn't die. That's all.
I'm gonna make a lot.
Oh, yes, I'm sure we will. Very vicious words. Very words with farm. Nope. I wasn't
There's a reason we're on this side.
There it is.
We're not the crazies.
Oh no, you can't do that. Come on, now you gotta share.
Nope.
Share with the stream.
We're first and then crazy. That's how this works.
Double C.
Are we first because we are with the crazy?
That's one way of looking at it.
I've seen D&D.
I would say we are the greatest crusaders. It's easy.
I have words. I can dream them.
That's your best. Maybe we take a long rest?
Yes.
I think you will make captivating cadavers personally.
Ah.
That's a bit old.
So, will your face. So, change it
Not
already.
really considering he could change it.
Ice will be here forever.
Just-
That's not what your tape says.
Okay.
What did you say? What did you say?
You sure did.
On that tasteful moment, let's take our first quick break. Yeah, just a quick one. Hold on. We will be right back. I'll keep the music playing as I hover in an awkward place on this chair. We will be right back to continue this insanity and get into our first encounter.
It's good to be far inside of it. I got the first death. How many experience points did I get?
Let me back up.
you for the raid, Ecorest.
Yay! We're glad you can catch our very first session of the campaign. Just to quick recap for those of you that raided, we have a human blood hunter, we have a fallen Aasimar, we have a
Devout follower of Bahamut.
no, and a changeling.
Who was a corpse?
Yes, these two cannot get along.
Oh no, this is French. This is Aussie.
Yeah, that's right. Ease.
You guys take your long rest, you wake up, you have received the full benefits, your potion has worn off. You no longer glow pink and no longer have those temporary hit points.
We had temporary.
That's fine. How you doing? Yes. And I didn't show you. Remember you. Oh wait, and trim those nose hairs.
Alright. Asteria has given you the direction of where to head to find the giant hyena to obtain its fang.
Who does she hand it to?
Hunter boy.
Okay, have fun. Start me the castle.
I'm gonna take the form of a nun
Okay.
Blessed be.
You mean Omater, the ones that the militia follow? Okay.
Fluffy, the battle of Coke and Pepsi sponsorships wages at the top of the screen.
This is a superior thing.
Only one of us is gonna be
Yeah.
And it's only died.
Sorry, I'm gonna say that at least at the end of the day. Next session, probably.
Alright.
That's true. You next. Sid? Nah, Sid seems like you can handle herself.
So you guys head to the northwest where she described. You get to the start of one of the few forested areas on the southern side of Teltadore. Most of it is desert land. But there are some trees that lead up into the mountains. How are you guys going to go about finding the giant hyena? Are you going to try and track it? Or are you going to just kind of walk around and look for it?
I will pray.
I will try to. I will look in the ground, take a stick, move around some scat, hand it over, and I'm gonna use Smartish.
Okay.
But I will hand over the scat covered stick to someone.
So really, I'm looking at the ground and like
That's 8.
looking at the ground. Do I see any sort of tracks or anything?
Roll a survival.
I actually wrote down
Okay.
6
Between the 8 and the 10, you guys kind of search around enough of the area to notice one particularly larger than normal track.
I put my foot on it.
Nothing happened.
I know, I'm just looking at the side.
It seems the gods have summoned us this time. Give us
So you guys,
husband is Sonic.
follow the tracks. Are you going to be stealthing? Are you just kind of following them and trying to keep your eye out? How are you approaching this?
I will try to stay.
Okay.
I'm gonna walk right
Okay.
I will hold back. I won't stealth, but I'll hold back and kind of walk from a distance.
Okay, how far?
I'll say 15.
Okay. So 10, 12, alright.
Not stealthy. Heads up.
Right?
No stealthy. So, no, there's no point.
And who is leading? You guys, because the two of you both did survival, so who's going to be leading?
I will be leading, of course.
Okay. As you do so, kind of crunching about the leaves, you hear a low growl. And then a howl. Everybody roll initiative.
Say, of course, I come back.
I can't fight.
Alright. 20 to 15.
19.
21.
Okay. Fifteen, 10. Elmore.
8!
I think you need a little canvas.
You're about to get some work in the groove.
Some quick fast and it's about to win.
Alright.
No one spare the angry.
One of the hyenas is gonna make a surprise round on you.
Okay.
She said one time.
I'm fine with that.
You came for a giant hyena. Let's see. Those are 12 feet. So you see a hyena kind of leap out of the brush at you, and you just kind of whap it out of the way, reflect.
I have already been to the dentist today.
And on that note, Noolahan, you are first.
Do I only see the one, or can I see?
You can make a perception check.
I want to say +1 perception, so it's me.
But who wins, Coke and Pepsi or water and watermelon you drink?
What is this? Candy, apple, crisp. Thank you very much.
19 perception.
It's all about how you use it.
That's what she said.
And this isn't an old sugar.
And 200 calories.
Yeah, and 200 calories. I don't even know that.
A little bit of life. A little bit of life.
No. At this point, you see two other regular-sized hyenas kind of start creeping in closer. And what was your perception?
19.
Something is really loud. The speaker, the music is way too loud. They can't hear us over that. But it's the bottom one. That one right there.
No, this.
What is that? Yeah, that. Those two are leaving everything out. Here, I'll see right now.
Audio input capture isn't anything.
We hear that.
That's from my mic.
That's better.
Alright. 19 you said?
Cool.
Yep.
Okay. What is stealth based off of?
Dexterity.
Neat to beat. You also see at the very edge of your vision, kind of hidden behind some of the foliage within the trees, you see a set of eyes higher up than the other three hyenas that you're able to see.
How far would you say they are away?
The 3 hyenas are all within about 10 to 15 feet. The one further back is about 30 feet away.
Gotcha. I'm going to take precisely 2 steps forward.
Okay.
Still on none. On this day, the sky parted, and the Ilmatar gave upon his disciples the blessing of his divine wisdom. And I'm going to cast Bane on 2 of the hyenas closest to me, and then the big pair of eyes in the back. You need to make a charisma saving throw.
Charisma, interesting. Okay. That's a 9 on the set of eyes.
That's a fail.
Oh, 1, not natural, and a 16.
So the 16 passes, the other 2 fail. Any attack rolls, they have to subtract the d4. And saving throws.
Okay.
And then I'm going to take exactly 28 steps back.
Right on me out. Scared.
Well,
I don't have to stay in range.
no,
right?
you're good.
Okay. Blessed be to his flock that they do the work of the Lord.
Sin, it is your turn.
How far away is one of the hyenas from me? How is this laid out?
There's one, like, literally right
Where are we
next to
positioned?
Calmorn.
Me and you.
There's a fair amount of trees and foliage around you, so it's hard to get, like, a good visual on everything at once.
Okay.
Calmorn and Edmund were kind of leading the pack. Dullahan just stepped forward, did something, and then stepped back. And you are the furthest back right now.
15 feet.
So, you have the one hyena that's within 15 feet of you. The other 2 are at 30. And your spells, is there any visual cues that would let Sin know that there is that set of eyes in the back?
There it is visual, semantic, and material, so...
There's no visual effect of the pain.
Okay. So that is all you see.
I'll go up to the hyena that attacked Calmorn and slash at it.
Okay.
It's just not
Equipment. What's the fastest way to pull up my weapon?
Actions.
Actions?
If you have it, Yep.
And then just set that to attack?
Yep.
Plus 4? Yep. Okay. Cool. We got it all.
Nice.
Nice.
And then it tells you the bottom of your total.
23 to hit.
That hit?
And then you roll your damage.
I'll actually roll the damage.
Okay.
Well, you don't like your dice being close to mine?
No. It changed.
I mean, that's the one that hurt you.
It is. I mean, it did good. It's doing its job.
You should roll damage with your dice too.
I want to use these, but I feel like...
18 damage.
Okay. You kind of just calmly walk over to the hyena that just attacked Calmorn and very lackadaisically just kind of pull the katana out of your sheath, and in the same moment just slash. You see the blood splatter across the foliage on the ground. That one is dead.
You needed more iron in your diet!
I
Alright.
feel like this isn't it. Before my turn, I go, I feel like this isn't it. I just rest on my shoulder.
That's tiny.
As you say that,
Straight through the points.
you hear a very loud howl from further in the brush.
I'm bracing myself.
You see the branches kind of move aside as a huge hyena, easily 3 to 4 times the size of these other hyenas, comes stomping forward, teeth showing gnarled, growling at you. And you two are next to each other, so it's going to attack Sin. I assume the wind blowing forward.
Okay.
Or the Hakim will be maniac, because that's something.
He's fine. We're friends now.
So it lunges out at you, does a 16 hit.
It meets.
Okay, so that hits.
Mm-hmm.
You take 12 piercing damage as this massive hyena leaps at you and just bites down on you, the teeth piercing into your chest. It hasn't let go yet. It's currently got you in its mouth.
Can I roll insight to see if she's scared?
See if I was scared.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Well, roll. 19.
She seems unfazed, if anything, a little irritated. Hunter.
Okay.
About how close is the big boy?
Pretty close.
Gotcha. Okay, so I'm gonna
You
pull up.
three are kind of clustered together in the front, so.
Okay, I'm gonna pull out my rapier and I'm going to slash my bicep and invoke my Crimson Right. So I
Okay.
deal damage to myself. 3 damage to myself. Okay. And then I'm going to take a slash at the big boy.
Okay.
Or really a stab.
Yeah. Okay.
19 plus 5, 24.
That hits.
Alright. 4 points of damage. 2 of it being fired.
Alright.
You're gonna
And
tell stories about his battle prowess one day.
and that's my turn.
Legendary 4 points of damage. It's so impressive.
Such a smart ass.
We're gonna have so much fun as a park.
I mean, hey, at least you did more damage to it than you did yourself.
Yeah.
Well, the whole point.
But hey, that's what matters.
Just see how I roll that.
At this point, the other hyena that you had casted Bane on is going to come out and attack Kelmar.
Okay. I feel my actions.
Does a 13 hit?
No.
Alright, it goes to bite and swipe at you.
I'm a vegetarian!
Okay. With that, it is your turn.
Okay. At that point, I look at the big one that has sin in its jaws. My hands go like this, and I tickle my forearms, and then I go, ah, Hakuna Matata!
I cast Guiding Bolt.
Okay.
I already rolled it. I had Joey watch. That way we can keep it moving. Of course, now I'm slowing down because I can't find my right thing. Because I believe that is a 22 to hit.
On the big guy, that hits.
Alright. Where's my action? I just want to make sure that is correct. Yes, that is correct. So
There's
it's,
a hyena, and then you're on deck.
so it's
46 damage, which was very low. At 7 damage, because I rolled 3 ones. But the next attack against it, you see as this bolt of blackish, green, orange, blue energy strike it, it starts to glow. And the next attack on it has advantage.
Alright.
And that's that.
The other little hyena is going to go ahead and attack Sin. Gonna chomp at your leg.
How far are you looking, Molly?
Halfway.
It's because you're pretty. I like the pretty ones. I know I do. Can we not have this during a fight?
God damn it.
It tries to, it attempts to go and bite at your legs, but even with being kind of, like, in the giant hyena's jaws, you just kind of kick it away. You hear a little as it gets kicked away. And that brings us to Joey.
No, it does work.
What?
If it can hear you, it does not need to understand you.
Oh!
I wanted to tell you.
I'm still gonna do what I was doing. So while the last kind of 2 actions were happening, I was just kind of like slowly doing like a prayer walk to the one that had the guiding bolt on it. And as I get close, I'm like, and the Lord saith, do not spare the punishment. Whoosh! And it's 2 claws come out, and then it just do claw strikes, which are 3 fashioned daggers to the claws.
Your first attack has advantage.
Is that right?
No, that's fine.
So where's mine? Damn, that's not a d20, no?
Yes, it is.
I know this one. So the first one is going to be a dirty 20.
And no more advantage.
So that'll be a 6
Okay.
slashing or 7. What does daggers do? Piercing.
Piercing.
Okay. And the second one is not get a modifier because I do not have no movement. And that's a natural 1.
So is this going to be a reverse of what happened last campaign? Is this one going to kill this one? Just saying. Just something out there. You're welcome.
So, do you all recall what we went over for the natural 1 situations?
They go ahead.
You have to roll again.
Have to roll again.
Yes.
16.
What is your AC?
16.
Do you say that?
That's what you want.
Do you say that you meant to do this?
No, I didn't say that.
Okay. Just wondering.
Oops.
What did you do exactly?
A claw stabbed you. Roll 1 damage.
He went to claw at the hyena, which kind of just yanked you a little bit in one direction, so he clawed your arm instead of the hyena's
So
face.
I kind of look over, smirk at Chuck.
Oopsie.
Hey, don't lie! I didn't know. See, why did I make this tough?
I did not want to make it tougher.
And that.
That leads into my
Next.
He's right next to us. So, if I were to say, I'm not going to be careful with my attack towards this hyena, does this mean anything?
Unless you roll 1.
So,
You've never wanted to roll on that one more. Oopsie.
Okay, so this is a big hyena, a big eye. And he's attached to me and I see his eyeball. Now, do I get advantage? How does that work? Because you did say you were going to do the called shot thing.
Yeah, you can do the called shot.
How would that work for this specific eye?
So if you're aiming at the eye, like anything...
Or just the face, since it's right there.
Okay, so head is different than face.
Okay,
or
head.
head is different than eye.
Yeah, eye is much smaller and harder to hit.
Yeah. Let me pull up the specific chart for it. I believe It just is an +2 to its AC that you have to beat for a called shot.
And since it's attached to me, does that bring down its AC at all? Make it easier for me to hit?
No, because one of your arms is technically restrained within the mouth of this creature.
Okay.
I've always found the most advantage point is inside its mouth. Haven't you, Angel?
You can't be talking this much.
Now,
I did not notice. I just really enjoy my
You want to egg her on so much.
I love that y'all love your characters so much.
I'm just gonna go attack it.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna figure that out later. For dexterity.
There it is. Head is a +2 to its AC.
Oh, so, okay.
Eyes would be a +3 to its AC. Head would be a +2 to its AC.
That's me.
Yeah,
That's it?
you were restrained.
Okay, so let me roll 2. First attack. Nope. Well,
It's a partial restrain.
so
Because
it's
it
not
doesn't.
full?
Yeah, it doesn't have both of your arms within.
Yeah, because I do have the sword right here, so I'm literally. That's what I'm saying. Like like it's really hard for me to miss.
It is, but it's also harder for you to actually do damage because you don't have as much movement in it.
And you gotta think, it's also as a thick hide, you're not getting a full range slice. It could move out of the way, and it could, you hit some of the fatty part that doesn't really do a whole lot of damage.
What are you trying to do? I'm gonna do it there. There we go.
Do you want to do a called shot? Cause it
No,
would
I'm not
be...
doing it all the time.
Okay.
I got a 20 to hit.
Okay, that hits.
Okay.
You want that even with a called shot.
It would be nice. Where is my D8?
So for the viewers, we are doing a system, a called shot system where they can call a specific spot on a monster that they want to hit, but it can increase the AC of the creature they're trying to hit. Basically meaning that depending on the part, it's going to be harder to hit. Torso is a +0, that's just generally where you expect them to hit. Head is a +2, specific things like eyes, ears are a +3.
I'm gonna action search and do another attack.
How much damage was the first one?
The first one was 5. Next one is an attack of 14.
Not cold.
Knock off.
That hits.
Okay. And I'm gonna and I'm going to use I'm going to extend a charge of 1d4 second damage.
Okay.
That's an additional 3. So the next attack is another 5. So the first one was what? 5.
5.
So 10 total plus 3 psychic damage.
Okay. It's still standing. You can feel its growl kind of shake its mouth
I
around
don't do
you.
as much damage with just one hand.
Yeah.
So I was just like, damn it.
As you do this double hit, you feel its growl kind of shake around you as it releases you.
Good.
You see
And
you see the pupils that are right by your face dilate slightly.
Okay.
Alright. That brings us to the giant hyena.
Remember, it has -4 on its -D4 on its attack.
Okay.
I didn't see it.
So that would have been a 20, but it is a 17 to hit.
It hits.
Okay.
Alright. I don't know.
That is 8 piercing damage.
Okay.
It does not keep hold of you this time. Yeah, it just bites at you and lets go, and you can see it kind of rear back its eyes darting between the four of you. That brings us to Hunter Boy.
How's it looking?
It is... You've seen enough of these kind of creatures to know that it's fairly hurt, but these type of creatures don't tend to run.
Gotcha. Okay, so as a bonus action, I'm going to mark it and amplify. So I'm doing Blood Curse of the Mark. So whenever I mark a creature within 30 feet of me, and until the end of my turn, whenever I deal right damage, I get to do another additional thing of right damage. But since I'm amplifying it, I'm going to take a d4 of damage, but my next attack has advantage. 4. That's not what I wanted. That's alright. So I deal 4 points of damage to myself, and I just cut myself again.
She gave the consent about the cutting.
So, 24 to hit. So,
That hits. I'm assuming you're going after Big Boy?
Yeah, thanks.
So a d8 plus 2.
Go for
Oh, dead.
16 points of damage, and 5 of that is fire.
Okay. How do you want to do this?
Alright, okay, here we go. So, I dropped the. Okay, so Edmund, seeing that Sin has just been beating the shit, he is going to rush at this hyena and just jab it straight through, I guess its stomach? No, its head. He wants to do it like that. No, not the taint. Well, not the taint ticklers, okay? And then...
Dude, pain.
I'm not putting that in my stream title.
So, he thrusts it through its head, and then just, like slides it out through the front. And he's just going to just wipe the blood on his hand and look at, is the other hyena there?
Yeah, there's still one remaining.
He's gonna look at it and be like,
Two
you're
remaining.
next. Thanks.
Alright. The blood kind of splatters off. Which direction did you say you were going? So the blood kind of splatters onto Kelmore.
Sorry.
Much. Oh no.
I would like to. Wait, make him.
On that note, the hyena you said you were next to is next.
Is this the one that I gained?
Yes. Nope. That's a swing and a miss. Not a nat 1, so it doesn't bite its own hyena friend, but... that brings us to Kelmore, the blood-splattered gnome.
One might say you're sin.
How hurt is he?
I'm very hurt. I'm not.
Oh, vicious mockery. Great. I reach down and I touch Sin's shoulder. 13 hit points.
You mean you reach up?
Oh, okay, I touch her shin. 13 hit points to the shin only.
Your new nickname will be the Shin Stealer.
I give
Second base.
Then
him a
I
nod.
look at the Blood Hunter. Yo!
Look at that.
Really? Need? Really?
Healing word. 7 points of healing. Oh, no, I'm sorry, I can't do that. That's
Yeah,
first
that's
level spell.
Yeah,
Yep.
I thought it was a cantrip for some reason.
that's alright.
So,
That's alright.
it's a bonus action, but
The
I
giveth and the
can't.
taketh away.
So I still say that.
Wait, you do it for 7 and you take
No, I say he needs religion.
Alright. The other hyena is also going to attack you. Ding. This one does not have man on it, so that's a dirty 20.
That hits.
Okay. You take 6 piercing damage as it takes a deep bite into your leg. You can kind of feel the pulsing pain in your leg as the teeth sink into you. You can feel the blood dripping down, almost cold on your leg. Alright. Which brings us to Doulahan.
Far be it from me to correct your fighting style, but I think you're supposed to avoid the teeth. Avoid them. Okay. I'm gonna go to the one that I gained. But that was pathetic. He's right there and you missed. You just not
Okay.
Wisdom save
Minus a d4.
minus a d4.
So that's 10 minus 1 is 9.
Yep, fails. And he takes 4 points of damage. And he has disadvantage on his next attack roll.
He looks pretty hurt.
Disadvantage and minus a d4. It's not happening.
Alrighty,
Back
then
pinch.
you got
I slowly
one like
walk over
really
to
hurt
it.
hyena and another to the really hurt one. Okay.
What was the other one?
Oh,
Yeah, to the
my
hurt one. To the hurt one. On your leg. Oh, the other one's on your leg.
One's on my leg, the other hurt one's like away.
Oh, which one's closer? The one on his leg.
To you, yes.
Oh, okay, I'll attack that one. Let Doulahan take care of the other one. What in the tank?
Doulahan.
Doulahan.
Oh,
That's not an hit.
Oh.
Doesn't he hit? I rolled so low.
It does not.
Yeah. I'm going.
As you go to slash down at it, it releases his leg and kind of jumps back.
One second. Before. Yeah.
Having a natural one.
That was close.
I still have to use Jack.
They call you a blood hunter because you spill your own blood when you hunt.
You know what? I was going to kill him, but now I just really want to fuck you up here.
So I'm gonna use. I get pissed because I missed it. So I'm gonna use an necrotic shroud.
Okay.
Bonus action, right?
Yeah, it is. So for this, oh no, that's an action. Sorry, I can't use it.
Okay.
I would have made my save though.
Yeah, that would have been funny though. Like, and then just use necrotic shroud.
Just yell it to death.
No, that's it then.
Alright. That brings us to Hunter Boy.
How far is the one that's like
The one that just bit your leg kind of just jumped back a foot to.
stab it?
Okay.
That's a 16.
It's.
2?
2 plus 3 is 5.
You kill it.
I totally forgot.
I'm going to stab it and then pull it out and just throw the blood onto it if I can.
Dexterity check to flick blood on Doulahan.
And what would I roll?
You can do an acrobatics check if you'd like to dodge.
That's the wrong dice.
Ooh.
19? No, 9. Not 19. 9.
16 to dodge it.
You dodged it.
So you fling blood in his direction, but he just kind of like slithers out of the way.
Oh,
Not my type.
It's not working.
You said I wanted to heal. I could have healed him if I had to heal somebody.
you didn't have to. I had second line.
Which
I'll
brings
remember
us,
that.
brings us
I
to
forget.
Part 1.
In game though, I didn't say that, and I nodded too.
Who's going to make
When you
one
healed
last snap at Sin?
Really?
Yep,
Bitch.
it misses. I'm pretty sure a 7 misses.
Yes.
So it snaps at you and misses. It had disadvantage and minuses. So
Can I just smash its head with my foot?
if it's still alive on your turn,
Yeah, right?
we are at Kelmore.
Yo! Sit, boo boo! Sit! 13 hit points. I've already pre-rolled it. I
Alrighty.
healed for 13.
Guhan.
Can I sit as a free action?
Sure.
So I'm going to change into Edmund.
What?
I'm like, you're really beginning to piss me off. I'm right here. Hit me! It's just not great.
Okay. That's wisdom, correct?
Yep.
Fails. I'm gonna swap out my
30
dice.
points of
That's starting
damage.
to break.
And once again, disadvantage on this next attack.
Doesn't matter because you annihilated it.
Nice.
How does it die? Did it explode?
No, it looks sad.
You see, you see him yell this in the form of you, and
Fuck
I just look at him like,
this is how you go fuck yourself.
Walk away.
This is the first session.
Let's
This is halfway into the first session. You see it yell at it, and the hyena just kind of like gnarls, twists its head, and you see just a little bit of blood trickle out of its ears before it crumples.
That was a really powerful spell you did. I'm talking to the gnome.
Of course!
Was it the buzzing that got him?
Always.
I'm not noticing any of this because I'm practicing my Edmund, so I'm just off moody like,
You're looking good.
This is great.
Are you harvesting the fangs?
I'm going to assist.
Okay.
did they both die? Or is-
Guidance!
Survival check with advantage.
Oh, we finished combat?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't know the other one.
Plus a d4.
Yeah, you
So
killed
that's-
the last one.
Oh, nice.
26.
26?
Yeah, I get guidance for d4 and I get advantage of rolling 18 on your die.
Stop using my dog.
How do you use it to kill you? Like this.
I killed everything.
I kill everything.
You
No,
successfully
because he uses me.
Hey, what are the gamers?
I think your partner is a sassy pants baby.
Which partner?
The only reason
About you?
why you killed everything is because I didn't let that thing kill you.
You successfully harvest the 2 giant hyena canines,
By the way, this is Wizard Cat Dragon.
Yeah.
aka Edmund. Pink, aka
I'm
Sin.
gonna walk up to
Nightfall, aka Kelmore.
I think I'm Jane Demand now.
Jay in Demand.
Jane.
I'm gonna walk up to Sin. Still disguised as Edmund.
Gula.
I'm like, ooh, that's a nasty cut. You just.
Do you even see the cut anywhere from the heel? Do I have a cut?
Oh, yeah.
Did you have?
I have the heel like almost full, like I'm 1 point away.
Nah, you're pretty good then.
there like dried blood, or does it just all clean up?
What do you think?
Please.
It would be like there's dried blood.
Sure,
It's not like you magically clean
Alright, so I'm
yourself.
gonna try to just like finger some off of you.
Can I dodge this?
Yeah.
Before he
That's
touches
what
me?
I'm like.
Yes.
Okay, how do I do this?
Competing acrobatics.
Okay. This one. 15?
19.
You roll high.
So he just kind of wisps a little claw of dried blood off of you.
Do I see this happen?
Not quite right yet.
Yeah.
Here, I hand my
I took out my
There's
sword.
still some blood. Can you clean it?
Do you want to die tonight?
Clean this, please.
Rude. All of you.
I mean, it seemed like you're the maid. I mean, you're Gola, right?
Walking over to Gilmore. I'm going to take the blood on his head. I'm going to make it into war paint.
I just heard Gulahan.
What?
Roll to hit.
Oh yeah, you will probably get this.
Does a 14 hit?
Does everyone else is 13?
Wow. I'm actually pretty good too. Oh yeah, my sheet.
That's, I'm not doing anything extra, 8 damage.
Damage?
Alright.
And then, wait, I say, do not ever touch me again.
Boundaries, folks, always ask for consent, okay? Are we good?
I fling the blood off and I shoot it. And walk
You
away.
don't always fling the blood. Like you never just want
I
to
don't want-
bleed it. You
It's
just
I like to think like
fling.
if there's no blood, she just cuts herself.
Right? Otherwise.
I have a statement.
Do we hear like the Japanese drum in the background every time you do that?
Yeah, right?
Oh, God.
That was good.
Are your children done yet? Have you guys figured it out yet?
Is the fangs all you wanted?
I will, but I want to get this.
Okay.
Everyone is trying to figure out who is the bigger badass. Who is the bigger badass? Who wants the big ass? Who's the big ass? Huh? Nobody. Let's just work together and stop being dicks, because we can't be dicks and acts, okay? Sound good?
I guess. Fine.
Good. Now let me go and check the skies and drills.
What else would you like to
I
have?
have no idea. Whatever looks good.
More on the giant hyena or just the other three? Or
There's a rock there. It's completely random.
roll a survival check.
It's completely random.
Looking around.
21.
Looking around was it just like if we followed the tracks,
Too
would
bad.
we find like because Edmund would want to see where it came from? Would there be like a cave or a cove or something, or like just like a small like?
It seems like they had set up a den where you had seen the giant hyena come from, which is very odd for hyenas because they don't tend to live in forested areas.
I'm gonna look at where it came from.
I'm gonna go.
Oh, you're doing that too? Okay, then I'll follow you.
I'm gonna go with the den.
When I see them go, I would like to go with, but I will not. Whoever it seems like they're doing the lead, I will give them guidance.
Okay. That would probably be Hunter Boy.
Wait. Let the chains free.
Okay.
And you have a D4 on your next skill check. Nice.
You are able to obtain some of these smaller hyenas' fangs. Alright, you go forth. What are you looking for exactly?
Looking in, do I see anything like can I just do like a general perception check to see what I see?
Yeah. Don't forget your D4.
I needed that. That's a 4. I rolled a 2 and a 2.
Because I'm following.
And you don't have anything in wisdom?
Sure.
Oh, wait, perception? After 1.
I rolled low too. That is total 5. I have a high perception though.
What are we receiving for something?
They went into the wolf's den.
Oh,
They're just kind of looking around it right now. Or Hyena's den.
I'm with them as well, so. Because I'm doing guidance, so I
I'm
know
outside.
what you want me to roll.
Are you gonna be looking
12.
around as well? Sure. Okay. If you're just kind of a gloss over its perception, if you're looking for something specific, it would be investigation.
I'm gonna do a gloss over.
Okay.
12.
You can do that modifier instead of the other one.
Do you want me to roll again, or just use the modifier?
Modifier.
Okay.
Because that would have been what your initial roll was. 4 plus.
4 plus 5, 9.
Okay.
I'm better equipped.
12. 12 and a 9, you guys, and a 12. You guys look around, there's some gnawed on bones. Best you can tell, maybe some kind of animal that probably lived in the area. There doesn't really seem to be anything of notice. It's just odd that they're here.
What did she say we needed from the hyena?
This!
The
Oh,
fangs.
you were. Good job.
Of course, I'm the smart one. And the pretty one. And the glamorous one. And the lethal one. And the spaghetti one.
Alright.
And the...
So do you guys just start making your way back as he's going on?
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, we didn't search this place? You guys are done? I don't see anything, but okay.
Do you want to search it?
Oh, it is if you want
There you go. You seem a person that is well known for their good brain. That's your most valuable asset.
As he's talking, I'm just walking back to town. I'm just like, nonsense.
Walk away. You guys make your way back to town. It's still relatively early.
And once again, Sister Cynthia.
Sister Cinema sat on a pin and went, ooh.
I take a moment. And I think to myself, I chose the right God.
You see, you didn't hear anything that Lou or said. And you act crazy. Underestimate.
Need people to underestimate.
Right now you do, because you're weak, you're about as strong as a wet noodle. Figuratively speaking.
I guess you already underestimated me.
I think you may overestimate yourself at this point. You have to be realistic.
But confidence is key. If you
Who are you?
This is hilarious.
What if I got myself into?
Well, obviously not your. Never mind.
No, you guys.
Let's just.
You guys arrived at Asteria's at this point.
And y'all let me carry the loot, that's all I'm saying. Because you let me carry it, I'm just saying that.
You return. Who's going in first? Who's
I'm
okay.
heading the charge, okay? You're over there talking your nonsense.
He's
I'm
like
just
clamoring
like,
at your heels.
Exactly. Did you just like run in front of me as soon as we got there?
Like where the puppy daddy.
You go through the door. Asteria. Oh, you've returned.
Of course.
Easily enough.
Of course, I live here.
fangs.
The quailing. And my buttons.
She hands you a pouch of 10 buttons.
I have plans for these.
Good for you. And the little, very smelly quail egg.
There you go. Good day.
Hey, thanks.
Oh, yes. Here. The small ones.
The other fangs.
Oh,
Is it the proper ones this time?
I might have threw the egg by accident.
You should roll for that.
Let's roll. I would say
You went to catch it. You went to catch it.
Sit onto you. You now are covered in blood and smelly egg.
It's okay.
The fangs will start.
Yes.
Oh, this is pure chaos.
This is great. She takes the fangs and she meanders over to her lab. She kind of silently moves. You can, if you're observing her, you can see that she kind of grinds them into a fine powder.
Actually, while she's doing that, I'm ritually casting detect magic. I want to see what's magical in this house.
Okay. I'll explain that after the process. She grinds the fangs up into a fine powder, kind of combines it with a concoction that she already has, which she then seals off. And she very cautiously, like, kind of wraps it up. She brings it over,
I'll take it.
hands it to Sin.
Thank you.
Let me take it.
No, she would not let you grab it.
Thank you. Fair
She
enough.
just has to go.
That's fair. That's fair. That's fair.
That is an explosive device. Do be careful whilst carrying it. Now the militia encampment is just to the south side of town. One of my friends, my only friend, is over there waiting. You're not sleeping if you're ritually casting.
That's true.
What's her name?
His name is Igaran, and you will know him when you see him.
Anchor. Got it.
Look with that.
Egon?
Igaran.
Egon.
Yes. As you do your spell, you can tell that the concoction that she just made is, in fact, magical.
Well, how long does it take her to do all that? Her concoction.
Most of it was already, like, made, so about 10 minutes.
Okay. So as she's walking up, that's when it goes on fire.
So the device is, in fact, magical. The scriptures you saw before are not activated, but are magical, if that makes sense.
Okay.
She has various magical ingredients on the lab desk section of her office.
I will just be looking at her lab desk,
Okay.
like getting closer to it. Getting closer.
At which point she steps in front of you.
I'm just looking.
You can look from further away.
I'm sure, as you said, I need to be closer because we have different eyesight and my eyes are lower. So thank you very much. Don't be racist.
She just steps right back in front of you as soon as you go.
I'm not going to steal from you. I'm not a thief. I'm not Dula.
You may not be a thief, but I don't trust your hands around my equipment.
I won't touch anything. Watch me.
I'm gonna come up behind him and just softly put my hands on his shoulders.
If you want your hands to not be in my stomach, let me
texting me all your notes.
Do you let me out?
Fine. Yes.
And I make it a point to read every ingredient in those today.
They're not labeled.
Okay, then I make it a point to look at every ingredient for 30 seconds, and then don't touch a thing.
Okay. There are varying colors, varying strengths. So she's handed you the explosive device. She has explained where the militia encampment is. Ikedan best works in the dark. If you need to do any healing from those hyenas, I would advise doing it before you go, just in case something goes wrong with the device.
Well, shall we take a rest?
I think that's best.
You guys would be able to get a short rest in.
As they're talking, I'm already heading upstairs to the room and I'm walking with her.
Okay.
I'm getting into bed.
We're taking shortcuts.
Yes.
Okay.
I think we should take a long rest.
How many hours do we have left? Till next time?
It's about 11 o'clock.
We get a long rest until it's dark.
Yeah, we're good. Doesn't matter.
Can we do this in 8 hours?
I'll send a message his way.
You do that, Mr. Postman.
I'm clearly not a man.
Mr. Post Person, I am sorry.
Good enough.
Mr. Mrs. Post Person, how about that?
It looks like one of you has already taken off to rest.
Yep, you got a key to that room?
Yes and no, you can't have it.
Why not?
I'm
Two
not
beds.
giving you a key to my house.
Well, just unlock it. You don't need to give it to me.
She saunters up, then locks the door.
I go in. I take the other bed.
I'm already in bed.
Crawls up in the nook of you like a puppy and just
No, another bed.
another bed.
She's got a, yeah, there's 2 beds, and she's got to bring out a sword. I am not suicidal. I may be crazy, I'm not suicidal. Just saying.
Why would you have 2 beds in her bedroom?
Are you gonna ask her?
Aw, come on, curious.
I'm gonna terrorize the town for a little bit.
Okay.
I didn't get any more rest.
Going into town, long rest, long rest.
I'm just
I'm
gonna
gonna shoot her.
Okay.
I feel like I could do some psychological damage a little bit before then.
I don't need 3 spells left. I need 3 spells. So,
So what do you do in town?
So I am going to take on the persona of the nun.
Mm-hmm.
But gather around, children. Hear a tale. Hear a tale.
You have various questioning eyes looking at this person.
Have you ever known a person in your life who was sad? Perhaps a parent? Is your mom sad? Is your dad sad?
You see some kind of like shrugs.
What's the craziest thing? There's a pandemic going around and your parents are trapped in the sadness. And it's up to you to save them from the sadness. How you might ask? Well, let me tell you. All you have to do is give them the small hug. Do you want to know how?
You see a couple of them nod.
All you need to do is find a sharp object. And you're just gonna go to your parents and you're just gonna give them a smile from ear to ear.
Roll it. I don't know if this should be persuasion or deception.
I don't know. Let me see. Which one's better?
Persuasion.
Persuasion? I have a +6 in persuasion.
You're about to convince some kids to kill their parents.
25.
These are epic. And you're gonna convince kids to murder their parents. What?
No, you must be careful because the sadness is coming and it's so powerful. You have to be quick. You have to do it now. Go home now to your parents and set them free from the sadness.
You see them scurry off. That's a beautiful cookie.
I love the colors.
Hey.
Go in the name of
Did you paint them?
No, they're from the baker.
Oh.
Are they just randomly? Well, this one is
Is it actually dirty or hands?
Alright. Did it show you? You should know me by now. Yeah, and then once they're all scurry off, I will head back to the house.
That little speech wouldn't have taken too long, so I'd say you're able to get a long rest in. They're so soft, right?
Really feel good.
Try not to moan too loud over there.
So I don't know if you've heard, Josh, but I just need so much kids that live with their parents.
This is not the evil campaign, is it? That's nerd.
It was getting a little bit funny, I had to bring it back to
I get the feeling that it's going to be the comedic relief, the chaos
Oh, no.
of darkness.
I'm setting everything up. Don't you worry.
Munch, munch, munch.
Underestimate.
I feel like I sleep really well.
Okay.
We need to have a talk. Have you been saved?
What do you mean by saved?
From the chains.
The chains?
No. The chains that bind us all.
Some of us like those chains.
You like being bound? I guess you like being weak. It's okay.
Weak. I'll have you know my day I was feared to the land.
And it's a good thing that day ended.
Swallow, swallow, swallow.
Hey, don't be telling that to my wife.
I was waiting for that.
That so was expensive, swallow.
You were determined not to turn red this campaign.
So, Eddie,
Yes.
you like to poke things.
Yes.
Stop poking yourself.
It's what I do.
How have you... I was taught this my entire life.
You are crazy.
I'm crazy.
I blame it on the poor school system. Personally.
I never went to school.
And is that oh, you never went to school, it's just spooky.
You would be dealt with.
Sure, let's play some cards. Deal me in.
At this point, you go to sleep. Alright. When you guys get up, I assume you make your way to Egonon?
Yes.
How's the town looking?
I mean, it's the middle of the night, so there's not a lot stirring.
Not even a mouse?
On fire. God damn it, Barrett.
Yeah, how did his house end up?
Oh, that's just a pile of ash at this point.
Okay.
So, you burned your own place down?
No. Who would do that?
Insight check.
Go ahead and make the according roll.
I am completely full of shit.
I got a 9, so what'd you get?
I am completely full of shit.
That's okay, at least you had one.
Of course, I'm a very wealthy and successful cobbler.
Insight check. 22.
I am completely full of shit.
That's alright.
And I have proficiency in deception.
Oh.
Everybody wears my new fall line.
Anyway,
Yeah, that's I'm gonna do it. Jesus Christ. I'm gonna do roll just.
Yeah, you do.
Insight?
Yep.
10.
I am completely full of shit. I am slightly full of shit.
I get the feeling you mean less than honest.
I am never less than honest. My middle name is Honest.
Insight check.
Multiple insights.
Moving on!
My middle name is Honest.
Your parents had fucking group.
You make your way to Egadon. Who is leading the charge? Make a perception check.
You guys better start
Who
doing
is
something.
taking the rear?
Giant bee.
I am letting him think he's leading the charge. I'm following my own path.
Oh,
So that's
Okay.
10
I'm
plus
disguised as a
15.
priest now.
What are we rolling?
Okay. I'm having specifically the leader of the group take do a perception check.
15.
15?
I'm not,
Okay.
I'm not following
Yeah, you said you went a different direction.
him. I'm going to the south side of town.
Well, that's where you guys are all going. Are you,
I-
did
I-
you specifically like separate
If he
from?
goes the wrong way, I'm still going to the right location.
Do you know the town? I do.
Acidia gave directions.
Yeah. I listened.
How smart are you all?
Oh,
Go ahead and roll a perception check.
That is. So I have a Marcus trained, right?
It should give you the total next to it.
It is a 12.
Okay.
Marketing.
As you guys are kind of approaching the area outside of the encampment, you don't see Egaron. And then, out of seemingly nowhere, he appears behind you with a dagger in his left hand at your throat.
What does it mean?
That's why it's
So I'm assuming you're anger.
added in perception as a wisdom.
He,
He likes that, so I wouldn't do that.
You're kind of really bad at this. This whole hunter thing. Have you considered being a cleric?
were you sent by someone?
Yeah, blue skin girl.
Blue one.
Staria.
Sorry, I would like the stars.
Listen, I have something for you.
At this point, he kind of tucks away his dagger. He grabs it, and as you see him, you see that he is a slightly taller than human-sized, comparable in height to her, as she's taller than human-sized as well. Full red skin, large black curled back horns, and fangs sticking out.
It goes. Move
Say backwards.
backwards. Twist it.
As a
You
rule
have
of
it
thumb,
then?
you should not be the first to talk.
You have it then.
Fair enough.
Anyway. He takes it. Would you like to stick around for fireworks? You're gonna have to be quieter than that. Better.
Yes, they're gonna want to. Sure.
In her little message, she mentioned that some of you are looking for shrines and temples.
Yes,
Only of our beloved Bahamut.
No, because
But a lizard.
Each of the encampments has a shrine within them.
you know what these encampments are.
We're about to blow one up. The shrine will be out of the blast radius.
Why can we fix that?
You want to blow up the shrine as well?
What? Oh, the shrine is of what deity would I know since I've lived here?
It's for the same one that all the pure blood follow. It's the Ilmatero.
Yes. Yes.
I say no. We're to convert the shrine.
And we can convert it to rubble.
There are
That's
other
pretty
ways-
converted.
There are other ways to convert it.
Yes, but if we're already blowing this up, they're gonna turn into this. Might as well just destroy this one. Wipe it off the map.
I say no.
I gotta admit, the gnome has kind of a point. Shrines are so
How
200
about we roll for it?
Can I ask? First off, why do you want to destroy the shrine? Second, what do you want to do with the shrine?
still have plans with the stone.
It's a ship made for power.
Okay, no blow about that.
You have that settled. Once you is able to move quiet. Insight check.
We just got a little more of
I have a cluster and stuff.
I won't stay far away from stuff. That is not my forte.
I am excellent at stealth.
Oh no.
17.
23.
Alright.
Yeah, that's it.
So you'll be coming along.
You can't stop.
What of the rest of you?
I've been known to sneak around when a need has arisen.
Yes, whenever there's work, he sneaks.
Now, first off, I don't like you at all. Second, you're still a priest, right? I would hold your hand to the side. I've seen you like you just turn into someone that belongs there.
AOP.
Plant it. Get out. That way we don't have to sneak in.
Well, as much as I'd love to, I have to observe a person that I come. I don't simply just become people. I have to study them and master them.
So basically, you're
You're not here.
This song.
Could you do it?
I could.
I don't think that's ultimately. I think
It's a
the
remix,
best
but I'll
option.
change it.
If we get close, you can study someone and you change it up a little bit, even just me,
Nope.
someone random in that outfit.
I can see it. It could be fun. Everything's pretty scared.
We're gonna figure out our method sometime tonight.
Yes. I would.
Is there a way that I can still be of assistance?
Absolutely, the two of you can stay close by should anything go wrong.
yep. Say bye.
I can show you the closest point you can get without their little guardsmen being able to see you.
And you see us?
Go like this. They can't see movement.
Then that would mean that they should move if they can't see you.
I'm gonna get real.
You seem like you guys can handle yourselves if a single guardsman sees you. By the time they're able to go back and set off an alarm, everything will be blown to shit.
Gotcha.
This one is what you would call a liability. Is there maybe a coloring book or something to keep him strong?
Listen, little Dula. Speak for yourself.
Perhaps a bottle of rum.
Maybe the drinking type, he looks a little old for it.
It's a little old for lots of things.
He just starts walking towards the
Channel
encampment at this
divinity.
point.
Madness.
I'm not doing this shit.
Are you crazy? I won't say that.
Would I have an immunity to crazy? Because then we're already kind of the same.
There's multiple different types of crazy.
Anyway, let's go.
Prime example.
Let's go.
Are you stealthing?
Not currently, unless I get told to.
Can you be a little quieter on the approach?
Oh, of course.
I'm gonna stay.
So this is
He leads you to a closer
Okay.
point, and you can see some of the guards kind of make their path, but you're hidden enough that they won't be able to see you.
Yes.
So we just wait here.
I guess so.
I rolled a 19 on stealth.
17.
Cool.
Okay.
I'm not gonna lie.
You guys make your way in. You see as Ivadan kind of quickly begins placing something at the base of one of the buildings, somewhat into the camp, having taken the shaded routes the entire way, nowhere with any torches. As he sets it, he kind of like flicks his claws together to create a little flame and sets a fuse on fire. Look at boys.
Yeah.
Because I didn't need to change.
All of y'all rolled well enough on stealth. He had like a 23
minor
on
illusion.
stealth. Go ahead and do a dexterity check. Make sure you guys don't fall on your asses.
Natural 20.
Nice.
13.
It's a little harder for you to keep up.
Well, I'm definitely not keeping up. I don't have a speed of 25.
Yeah.
30, so.
You kind of progressively start falling behind a bit. Igor doesn't really seem to pay much mind to you falling behind.
Okay.
As this goes by, you manage to get just to the edge.
The sound of an arrow going past this here.
It's okay.
That's it.
You're really like
You hear what sounds like an arrow going past your ear.
I'm a master of death. I can fall for that.
I think you actually get a saving throw. Actually, no, you don't have to save. You have to do an intelligence check against my spells. Which isn't bad.
12.
That was my arrow.
Ow.
Well, it doesn't hit, just
It sounds like so like
Yeah.
like it missed you.
like it will stick you out.
I can't do damage with it.
So what I'm gonna do then is be like, I'm so scared. I scream super loud. Ah! That was an arrow!
Do you actually?
Do you really?
Yep.
God, why?
Hey.
The sound of your shout, however, is drowned out by the sound of a massive explosion erupting behind you, which you feel the heat of. You kind of also feel a little bit of the shockwave kind of push you a bit.
You can do better than that! Vicious mocker.
That's an 18.
You
Thank
two,
you.
as you're
Oh, no,
kind of
that's not
observing the guards, you see them kind of scurrying away. You see the explosion kind of blast apart the buildings within the encampment. You see the guards that were at the far end start to come running towards the buildings. Shortly after, Igaron rejoins with you. Now, if you want to convert the shrine, we'll have to get rid of the stragglers.
Oh, yeah, I'm rushing. As soon as I head in. I'm already rushing. I'm already rushing the gardens.
Okay.
Well, it's a fight. I'm gonna rush you.
Alright.
Come on, you're gonna do something. I did.
Then how am I supposed to wisdom?
Alright. You guys rush in, and you two, and then Igaran and Volhan, you take a bit to catch up.
I have an initiative of 8, so yes. I like to go last.
Oh no.
You guys all kind of rush in, and you come across 4 of the guardsmen. Go ahead and roll
We get
initiative.
this attack at all?
Oh,
Because they're distracted
Yeah.
by. So we get. Okay, alright.
There's a surprise round and then initiative.
So
He goes first. No.
It's no
Let's
being
do
right.
our initiative rolls, and then we can figure out which of you guys goes first
Okay.
in the surprise round through that.
I got a 6. I got an 8.
Holy crap! I got an 8 too.
I get a 6. What's your dex?
+2.
It's just 1, so you go before me.
Oh mean, intelligence might upset. I'm wise as fuck.
2 of the enemies got nat 20s. 20 to 15.
But we still go.
You might want to start at the
Sky
top.
over
Yeah,
there.
you might want to start at 10.
None of y'all rolled higher than 10?
Yeah.
Oof.
I rolled
Okay.
2.
But we got that spider. Yeah.
Yeah, no kidding.
1.
Yeah.
10 to 5?
8.
8. So he goes first.
Okay. What's your dexterity modifiers?
1.
Plus 2.
Okay. What did you roll?
I rolled a 1, but I have a plus 3, so that gives me a 4.
Am I that distracting?
You are, you're excellent. Very, very excellent.
The 6 you said?
Well, the one.
Yes.
Stick it higher.
Fire. Face.
That's your dexterity modifier?
Blades are burning.
Alright.
Oh, strike.
Yep.
15.
Which one are you striking at? So you
Someone
have
to me.
4 before you. They're in almost like a bird formation V, running towards the building. You're coming at them from the side. So you have 3 that are kind of in front of you, 1 that was leading the charge to the
I
side,
take one
and
in the
then one
back.
behind.
Kind of poke. Take the one in the back.
And you're taking the one furthest back?
Mhm.
Okay. If you were gonna do that, you'd have to run past at least one of them.
Is it? Okay. Because I was hoping to, as they're running past, continuing, I take the straggler. That's what I was thinking.
Oh, so
You know what I mean?
the back of their formation,
Yes,
not
exactly. Yeah, that.
because you guys are coming from the side.
Yep.
So
I'm taking the back of the formation.
okay. Then what was your hit?
15.
15? Does not hit.
Really? Alright. Action surge. 15 doesn't hit? I want to get a hit in. Oh, good. Okay. 19.
Just hits.
What? Oh, is this the boss? Oh, that makes sense because he's in the very back. Okay, I hit him. Alright.
If you guys don't have the other, then you get to know me very distinct.
Ooh. 10.
10 Newman.
Yes.
Okay.
That's that.
You. Let me switch over to battle music.
Guys, good at that play.
Nice.
Yeah, let's get there.
Alright, let me.
I decided on one of 2 minutes to say.
You charge forth, and with your sneak are able to. You miss on the first one, and as you swing with the second one, he's kind of turning around, and you manage to slice right through and up, and he collapses.
Ooh.
Hard to hit, not a lot of health.
Oh. Very nice. What are you doing with that?
So you have the one that was leading the charge, another one, and then one behind the 2 of them, from your perspective.
I will go for the one behind.
Okay.
And that's.
Maybe it'll take you out right before we
Good.
can get in the fight.
Maybe I can get a 3rd because I got 16
Yeah.
damage sitting there. Yes. I've pre-rolled everything just in case.
Get it. But it's an add 20, so you double it.
2. That's 3.
You roll
That's 5.
5 damage. Alright.
I have 2 rapiers out.
How do you feel about the setup for our game now?
I like it. The only thing is, what is this?
Yeah, these. If there's a way to cut this wood out, or even pull it out. I don't know if it needs it for the structure.
They're wood glued in at this point.
But you hammer it out.
Well, you just cut, like,
We could just. Yeah, we could just cut. Yeah, because we kind of have to like layer like down.
Oh, right, yeah. From 5 to last.
No, that's
Well, the average size.
as long as I think it's easier.
Actually, it's quite voluptuous. It's a shame you'll never see it.
If you sit far enough back,
Like she's snowy white now.
That's like it.
Alright. So you do that.
Had to say what you're
Then we have you two with your portion of the surprise round.
Okay. Who do I see that I think is the most dangerous?
The most threatening would be the one that was leading the charge. He hasn't been hit yet.
Okay. My hands do some twisting, twirling as black lightning appears between them, and I scream, "Ah, mitzvah!" 22 to hit.
That hits.
As he gets hit with this ball of glowing black energy, he starts to glow himself. He takes a total of 16 points of damage. If he is still up, the next attack has advantage.
And at that point, no, he is not knocked.
You took one out? Thanks. The strongest one.
Of
That you
course.
see. Okay, which brings us to the top of the round. At which point you see one of them pull out a horn and bellow loudly. Anyone within the vicinity would very easily be able to hear this horn. And the closest one, let's see, you did a melee, you did a melee as well. You didn't go yet? Okay. You get your surprise round in as well.
Alright, so I'm sorry. Break down the scene for me. What am I saying?
So you have one hurt one in the back, he just took out the one that was leading the charge, and then one in front of you that is billowing a horn.
Are they running towards us, away from us?
They have paused where they are. You guys kind of approach them from the side. So.
Are any of them within 60 feet?
The one that's billowing the horn right now.
Alright. So I'm gonna cast Dissonant Whispers. And I'm gonna whisper from 60 feet away, because apparently that's how the spell works. Be like, your leader's dead. You're next. It has to make a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Dirty 20.
So it succeeds, it takes half damage. Of 3d6. Beautiful. 10, so 5.
Okay.
And,
Still standing.
and then as a oh no, I don't get a bonus action, sorry.
And he kind of chuckles. That wasn't our leader.
Oh.
And at this point, you see another person approach. Who also looks humanoid, but is dressed in a chain shirt and has a book at their side. Alright. Let's roll his. Okay. Top of the round. The billower goes. And he is going to go after three of you are in melee range, so Palmar.
I'm not melee range.
You're not?
No, I did a range attack.
Oh, fair enough. Okay, then Hunter. Let's see. as he unsheaths a rapier and stabs at you for a 13 hit.
No. This is 16 with the dual wield, which
So he attempts to hit you and misses. That brings us to Kelmore. Sin is on deck.
I look at the one who you whispered at. It is time for the Gong Show. They need to do a wisdom saving throw.
13.
Fail. 7 points of necrotic damage as they hear this big bell in the back of their head. Told it.
You can see as you do this,
I'm
you
sorry.
kind of,
I apologize. He already took damage. Still 7 points of damage.
you see as you do this, he kind of reacts as if something hit his ear, and then black vein-like things spread across his face before he crumples to the ground. Alrighty.
I have
Sin,
I
you're
have
on
finished
deck.
it for you. Finish
There
your
is
work.
one person that has been hurt in front of you, and then further back, just outside of, like, dash. Like, you could dash, but you wouldn't be able to attack that turn. He's about,
How far away?
he's about 70 feet away.
Okay, I'll finish up one for me.
Okay. Go ahead.
Does a 20 hit?
That hits.
Let's see.
Thank you.
Rush.
I'll take it. I'm fine. At this big, I have antibodies.
6 damage.
Okay. You kind of just run up
Wait,
and
wait, 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 wait. How's he looking
before or after you attack.
before I attack?
Pretty hurt.
Okay.
You kind of just charge, and with the momentum of your body, just slice clean through him to the point where you kind of stand next to him as his body kind of lingers and then flops over, blood spurting out. You know, we're about 60 feet away from.
I gaze my eyes
The new
over
fella.
to the next enemy, and I ready now?
Well, you can't ready your action.
Yeah.
You did your action.
I'm good. Yeah, you know what? It's 70 feet.
You move 10 feet to get to this guy, so it's another 60 feet beyond that he is at.
And I'll move. I could get going to the 20.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You move 10, so if your
Okay,
movement
so
speed is 30, then
now
you
I'm
move
just doing
10.
another. Yeah, 20.
Okay, so you'll be within 40 feet of him. Alright.
Do I need to move swiftly to get that far? Or can I just saunter my way over there?
You can saunter at the speed of battle.
Okay.
Alright, let's see. It is their turn. And I need you to go ahead and make a dexterity saving throw.
That's 4.
Okay. As you saunter up, the person before you just kind of does a wave of his hand as well as mutters an incantation, and you take 9 flame damage. Or sorry, radiant damage, not flame.
Okay, I'm immune.
You're immune to radiant? Nice. means
you
it's
know
half
you
damage.
Okay, nice.
Yeah, immune means you take no damage. Resistance is half damage.
Okay.
Very confusing.
Yeah, no, I mean,
The Dorian watches you be resistant.
Alright.
right? That's pretty a weird thing for elves to be resistant to.
I have this whole like, Scooby-Doo mystery with sad story going on. Just
Yeah.
trying to
Figure it out.
As a bonus action, he does kind of a second wave, and the air around you, the moisture begins to build to the point that water starts surrounding your mouth and nose.
I hold it. I can hold it on the flat.
Your constitution modifier, yeah.
The stakes are a bit higher than right now.
And I stay perfectly calm, knowing that this battle will end by then, and I kill him.
Alright.
That's okay. I can wait.
That brings us
All the time in the world.
That brings us to Igaron. Who is going to doot doot. Let's see. That is. Okay. That just hits.
This is the first thing that pops from the feed.
Want more tits? Also, what
No.
feed are you looking at in the game?
No, I'm not looking at the feed in the game. Something popped up for the Coke versus Pepsi. I just thought it was hilarious on Facebook. It was like the first little thing that
So you're on your
I'm
face?
not on Facebook. It basically, well, yeah, I was. I was just closing the tabs.
Mm-hmm. So you see Igaron kind of step forward and with a swiftness unmatchable by you at this current point, throws two daggers at the same time, which land right in between.
That wizard thing.
At the wizard, yes.
Yeah.
Just kind of like nudging themselves right within the collarbone
Mm-hmm.
area. Alrighty. That brings us to Hunter Boy.
I am going. How far away is this like person?
You haven't gone up yet, so 70 feet.
70 feet. Okay. I will move my full 30 feet and put across.
It's still the first because he came up in the middle.
Okay.
Put one of my rapiers in my hilt. Pull out the crossbow. Pull off my back. I'm not even gonna poke myself. I'm just gonna try and steady my shot and try and shoot. And he is.
Are you going to use a charge or no?
Yeah, you know what? I'll use the charge.
What would you like to chain him to?
What's around it?
You can see what looks like the edge of the shrine. In the distance, you can also see some of the building's rubble, and you have the corpses before you. There's also just the ground.
I'll do the ground.
Okay. To a point closer to you, or to either side, or...
Closer to me.
Okay.
And so he's beyond. I moved 30 feet.
So he'd be at 40 feet.
40 feet, so disadvantage, right? Because I have a range of 30 feet and 120 feet.
Okay, Okay, so either within 30 or over 120. Then yes. And 18 hits.
Nice. Okay.
8 points of damage.
Okay. As he fires out of his crossbow, you all notice that the bolt itself seems to split into two, one of which stakes itself into the ground and a chain connects the two. The one that hits the mage is now chaining the mage to the ground, essentially. Not enough to the point that he's restrained. He could still move closer, but he can't move any further back because of the chain. Which brings us to Dula. And then Yolanda.
I thought I lost.
Yes, this is still the first round.
Oh,
You had the surprise round, and then this is the first round.
okay. So the wizard who's chained, I'm gonna go for Dissonant Whispers again.
Okay.
And I'm gonna say,
Okay.
Wisdom, freedom, birth.
Cinnamon Whispers is such a good power. It's one of my favorites that I've used.
Lands.
I use it all the time.
I'm gonna say 14.
14 is enemies.
Okay, so then it's safe.
Five.
Okay.
I will be casting this
Oh,
one.
I'm sorry. I'm gonna use Bardic Inspiration on Edmund.
Okay. How do you inspire Edmund?
This is what you trained for. This is your chance of vengeance. Remember your edge.
You feel the irritation kind of fuel you to really want to hit something.
Pope.
Dissonant Whispers at the mage.
Okay,
I thought it was a bandit first.
so did I. Eight.
That's a fail. I'm also going to. Well, let me do my damage first, and then I will, because I get to do this. Dissonant Whispers 36, right?
Yeah.
Plus any modifiers?
No modifiers.
So that's 8 plus 6, it's 11, 14.
Alright.
And you must immediately
is
use
he-
your reaction to move as far away as speed allows from him.
Also,
He literally couldn't because he's chained, so.
I am going to spend. He's still up, correct?
No, at this point.
Okay, he's dead. Damn.
How do you want to do this?
I want him to poop and die.
Does he just like explode?
I want him to be so scared he poops.
And you know what? That's exactly what happens. You say this to him in an eerily ominous way from a tiny, poorly dressed, crazy looking
Very
gnome.
finely dressed.
Poorly dressed, crazy looking gnome.
Finely.
That he excavates his bowels and crumples over.
That's how you do it. Take a lesson.
I
You're welcome.
so the water drops in my face.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes. It just kind of falls to the ground.
That's twice now.
I didn't ask for it.
Well, boo-hoo, you got it
I will run
anyway.
over and start looting. I'm gonna loot the lizard.
Okay.
I would like to guide him and assist.
Wait, so
Okay.
everybody's done? Well,
Nice.
shielded these things very quickly.
So yeah, I'm gonna loot the other bodies as they're going to the wizard.
Okay.
I can only guide one person at a time.
This is D4.
D4 and you have advantage. So it's just him. Follow the chains. Always the chains.
As he falls to the ground, the
22.
bolt and chain that he was
Hey,
connected to
Darwin.
disappears. Don't forget to keep track of your ammunition. Hi, Darwin.
This is our first session.
Yep. First one of the campaign. It has been utter chaos.
Not at all. Very organized and tactful and helpful party members.
All the help.
Alright. So you're looting the wizard, you said?
Well, why would they have a wizard
What
here
did
if
you
magic?
22.
22?
Why would they have a wizard here if magic was outlawed?
As you go through them, you find
Looting's perception, right?
a
Investigation. Skills.
you find a locket with the holy symbol of the Mattel.
Ah, that's fine.
You find 4 hairpins.
I'll make that always simple. I am helping, so I'm assuming I can
I
see
hand it to him.
100 marbles.
Aww.
Good
Please.
at marbles.
Adding them to my inventory.
And a rapier.
Does it look any different from the ones that I have?
Seems
Oh,
like a basic rapier.
that's my type of weapon.
19.
As he
Okay.
literally has 4 on his hip. 19 for the other ones? Alright. You get a water skin of ale, a whip, and a strange blue mushroom that you're not sure what it does.
I'll eat it.
You don't know what I
I know.
got.
Hmm.
Yes. Okay. I'll store all this up.
Okay. I have actual charts ready for you guys to loot people this time. You can keep texting me everything. Where's your notebook?
No. You just writing everything on my phone.
Use the notebook app on your phone. Alright, you scavenge through the corpses, you find the shrine nearby. You see Igaran kind of admiring his handiwork with the explosives, looking around at the rubble.
I started crying.
Okay.
Answer the question that I put in that. Well, I tossed you a question in your text.
In my text.
Yeah.
Okay, do you want me to answer it in the text?
Yes.
Okay. Alright. We begin praying to your deity, I presume? What do you say?
I would like him to see this pitiful little excuse of a deity and their little shrine and have him claw his way through the ground to grasp hold.
Okay.
I began working inside the shrine. I am.
It's a small shrine. It's not really one you can go into, per se. It's more like what you would see in the middle of like a city in Japan, the little shrines that they have kind of placed about where you can make an offering. They have symbols and banners and whatnot.
Well, I start modifying it.
Okay. To match your appropriate deity.
Yes.
Alright.
Edgar, what's his name again?
You got on.
Ira.
mean, it's a lot of anti-magic folk. If they came across anything magical, they would have confiscated it.
You think it's still be in there?
If it survived the explosion, it'd be amongst the rubble.
I'm gonna go do a once over.
Okay.
You
Okay.
don't have time to get to even credit.
Iona? Sure. What are you doing?
There's fresh bodies on the floor.
Yes.
I assume that they must have died in here. I'm eating.
Especially the one that shit himself.
Well, steering clear of that area. But decent.
Am I actively seeing him eat?
Are you trying to be stealthy about it?
I'm gonna put my rapier to his head. Leave him alone.
Don't be that way. I'm hungry.
Not with me around.
Ladies, you both can go to the ball. They're dead.
I'm gonna cast command.
I'm okay. Wisdom saving throw. 14. So me
What was
knowing.
the command word you uttered?
He's gonna go away.
Leave.
Listen. How
Jab
about
him.
You guys do more damage to each other than the NPCs do.
22.
I step in between
22 to hit.
after the day.
Yeah, remember that's 13.
I step in between two.
I was on. So who do I hit?
No, it was
You
after
hit him.
Yeah.
He steps between you
I did
at
4
this point.
damage.
Hey! No! Listen! Before you attack, you will listen, and you will listen. Do you understand? Do you understand?
Sure.
You need to eat, right? Now, are you physically eating the bodies?
Yeah, it's a complicated process.
Yes or no? Are you eating
Yes.
this? Okay.
I talked to him
These guys,
during this.
While this is happening,
We're
yeah.
assholes.
He'll walk off
Okay.
with you into the rubble
Doesn't
area.
matter. They might have been assholes.
if they try to kill us, sure.
What?
You have a review, and still.
That is
I
myself
went-
hysteria
They're not anymore, and if you're gonna have them starve, what happens when you lose their control and starve? Maybe some other, like a kid.
I think the gods
How about we
all
try to
prideful
control that a little
assholes.
bit?
What do you believe
Do you see the
Fend
wisdom
for
in this?
yourself. Get power.
in? You believe in power?
But stop
Yeah.
bickering
I'm
with
glaring daggers at him.
But
I
stop
already have like a happy hand in my
And
mouth.
how could you do that?
But stop bickering and fighting. We already have enough of these
I am
false
aware.
god people to
I
have to
am
deal
aware
with.
of him.
Why are we gonna fight with each
Hysteria
other?
follows him.
Hysteria does.
He dies by
They're
my
trying
hand.
to convert it to Theris.
When I say so.
No.
If we give more
I was taught to kill those
We,
things.
as the Song,
Well, why haven't
become
you-
stronger.
Why are you working with them now?
I need to find out what happened to my family.
Well,
He was there.
The more encampments you destroy, the more shrines you'll be able to take down.
There you go.
Can you help me?
Yeah.
At least with this one to start out.
I think it. With the bit.
I can do this one, but my primary allegiance is to Hysteria.
So you can. Thank you.
Pay attention to the other side of her cape next time. It's not just a flowy accessory.
Okay.
You're finding out
Well,
more. We're bickering.
She just found out something real interesting too.
And then I go back to my brain.
Okay. You continue praying. You go through the rubble. Do your investigation check.
23.
Very nice.
What? I see wisdom. So very wise.
Do you have any proficiency in Arcana?
Yes, I do actually.
Okay. As you're going through, you've, along with Iran, find what looks to be what used to be the storage building. Amongst it, you find a small crate of enchanted chocolates.
How many?
There are 8 chocolates within the box.
Okay.
Having seen them before, Igaran explains to you what they do. I have sent it to you in a text. Alrighty. Do you all return at this point?
Do I get any feeling of anything?
At this point, no.
I will find a hidden spot of rock. Maybe even under a rock that is, you know, at the back of the shrine.
Mm-hmm.
And I will carve in.
As you go up to the shrine, you notice that the banners that used to have El Mateo symbol on them have been covered over and now have Setterzoon's symbol on them.
I see the point, but it's kind of not very subtle.
Do you still do the raft thing? Okay. At this point, I take it you all return?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. As you return, Asteria greets Igaran with a hug. They are joyous. Igaran explains how well it went, how easily you guys took down what remained of the militia.
They
And
crapped their pants. Literally.
I focus on the underside of her cape.
roll a perception check.
That is a 10.
You notice the very edge of what looks like pointed chains.
Pointed.
Igaran goes back, brings forth some cups, and basically pours each of you some ale. And Asteria, as he's doing this, begins to explain, this is the first step in taking over Saltadore for ourselves.
For ourselves, if I remember.
I mean, I have the know-how to find the encampments and make these explosives.
Oh. I don't deny you have the know-how. And I welcome it. Don't get me wrong. I still want to get to know everyone here a bit better. But it just seems like we are starting to become some sort of team.
How about we play a drinking game then?
Nice. What's the all of you?
You can still answer the questions in the game if you'd like.
Depends.
Do you have a preferred method of intoxication outside of drinking then? Short supply of that.
I cast the shroud.
On Dula.
No, on all.
It's an area.
It's an area. 10 foot, so it's on everyone that's in here.
What does it do?
Wisdom saving throw or what type of saving throw?
It is charisma saving throw.
Oh.
And everyone is frightened of me for a minute.
What's your DC?
Let me see.
That's a nat 20 for Asteria.
This area is not. I don't want this area to be scared of me.
I did good.
Um,
plus.
What is the
It's 14, you have to be 14.
Okay.
Is 0.
Asteria and Egot on 5.
17.
That's 15.
So, as you say,
You're the only one afraid.
You feast on fear as you get scared of me.
I'm terrified and yet oddly satisfied.
Did that punch in my So great.
I don't have water because ale weakens the mind. I'm just fucking with you. Of course I'll.
Now, where are we currently? Are we still like outside the encampment?
No, you're in her home at this point. She passes the 3 of you drinks, and her and Egot have one as well. The point of the game is to say something that you have never done. If you've done it, you drink. If you haven't done it, you don't drink. Whoever's the least shit-faced at the end is the most boring.
Wait, if you've done something, you drink.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't.
Doesn't that make you? I'm sorry.
I was gonna say I haven't gone to school.
Doesn't that make you less boring if you're drunk?
Yeah. That's
The
why she
soberest
said
person.
whoever is the least shit-faced is the most boring.
Okay, double dangers. Okay.
I'll go first. I have never been arrested.
So if you.
Have been
You.
arrested to drink?
Yes.
I suppose.
You want someone to arrest you?
That is a strong word.
I got many a convert in that jail. Thank you very much.
Pretty boy.
Yes.
Come up with something. Egodon also drank, by the way.
Okay. I hate being put on the spot.
It's just never have I ever D&D
Can we
edition.
see your face for the camera?
Hey, man.
We're getting to know their characters with some D&D never have I ever.
I feel myself sobering up.
You want another hit?
That's going blank. Never have I ever killed an innocent animal.
Innocent animal. At that point, Egodon and Asteria both drink.
What did above the map? I can't read that.
He slapped a sticker of a potato alert.
Oh, who did?
Map.
Map, thank you for the potato.
Alright. Killed an innocent animal. You got on in the Asteria both drink, you drink. Nope.
All the best
Killed
spells
an
require
innocent
it.
animal?
Yes.
I guess a hyena.
Oh, not drinking.
It attacked us. That was not innocent.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
It wasn't innocent.
That's its nature to talk. Doesn't make it evil.
Sin.
There's one that I've done. Never have I ever. Lost and down.
Come on.
Eager ass takes another sip.
Totally innocently just.
Absolutely. Kelmore. Earth to Kelmore.
Oh.
It's your turn.
Oh. Never have I ever acted a little bit crazy to make people underestimate me.
Asteria.
is
That was a
amazing.
good one. Wait, what you drink?
Mm-hmm.
This is so much fun. Never would I ever. Never have I ever drank the blood from a still beating heart of a virgin.
The only one to drink.
Oh, come on, guys. Really? Come on. Too much character, too much character.
Party foul.
I think it was unfair.
Yeah.
Why do they call that a party?
Is the room supposed to spin?
Yes,
Good.
I flipped the switch.
Oh.
You get on.
Artificer.
Never have I ever attacked a
Can I smell
teammate.
your blood?
All of you
Right
have to drink.
All of us have.
Literally, like, they
Never have I
said,
ever attacked a teammate.
I don't consider them a teammate.
Can I have a refill?
You were labeled as a team on
Good
together.
point. I tried to find. Does she have any produce around?
In the current room, no.
Do you have any produce around?
Why?
Trust me.
I don't.
Good.
She said she doesn't trust you. She's not going to fall for your schemes.
But you will.
Constitution saving throw. How many of you had drink?
2.
Okay. Constitution saving throw. You're fine. You're fine. Okay, you're fine.
That's a fail automatically.
I don't even know where
Probably that's your friend or something.
Not mine. Oh, 10, 14.
14 was gone. That was actually there. 17.
Nice.
Unfamiliar as you are with the substance, you're doing pretty well for yourself. You're not getting plastered too easily.
Guys, if you like this, then you should try some blood.
I don't like the salty stuff.
It's not salty.
Hunter boy.
It has an earthy quality to it. Especially when your blood is scared.
Never have I ever had
Interesting.
sex.
That's just pathetic.
Edmund doesn't drink.
Egon drinks. Asteria doesn't drink.
Edmund doesn't drink.
Sin doesn't drink. Calmore drinks. Dulahan drinks.
I've had sex. Oh, is that...
He hasn't had sex.
Oh, yeah. Let's get that checked.
You like playing virgins, don't you?
Are you a leper? I know you have that one, but you have this one. That's what I'm asking.
Never have I ever been drunk.
Egon drinks. Constitution saving throws. How many are you at? Constitution saving throw.
And I think I want to call it a night.
15.
Okay. You're starting to feel it.
6.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, at this point you're plastered.
16.
You're doing pretty good. You feel a little bit of a tingle in your head. That's about it.
And how is this different from normal?
A different tingle in your head. Alright, well, one of you is already calling it quits. So that was somewhat fun. We've learned some interesting facts about one of you. Tomorrow, would you four like to kill the mayor of the town and take it over?
I would love
If you'd like to. I mean, one of you is intoxicated and one of you wishes to go to bed.
I'm... Let's kill the mayor.
So who will be appointed as the new mayor?
I mean, if there's one of you who would prefer it, if not, that would probably be me since I'm most likely going to be staying within the town. I would prefer to stay out of the spotlight, though.
Why? Now, this is just a weird question. But
HTO. I can't speak. H2O reminder. Darwin.
If you haven't drank any water today, make sure you drink some water. If you need it to survive, your body is 70% water. You can use it when you sweat. Refill.
if
And it's not water.
Tiltador doesn't have magic, why did Kevin have mage?
Most likely was sanctioned by the purebloods. Did he have a symbol of Immature or something?
Yes.
There you go.
Magic is okay. Saints.
What kind of magic did he perform? It was a holy flame because he did radiant.
Yeah.
Cleric's the worst.
Sustenance is very sus.
I've never lost a fight, right? I'll change that.
Are you challenging Sin to a fight?
You didn't
Take out the lid.
Let's go outside.
Before you go into battle, I want you to know your hair is terrible. It's just mockery.
2.
Do you have to roll to cast it?
No, it's a saving throw.
Do the saving throw with advantage because he's stronger.
Super drunk.
19.
You pass.
I will wait till they're walking out. Alas,
On who?
On who?
the follower of my deity.
Thank
You get a D4 attack and saving throws.
you.
I tried to help you, but she passed my vicious mockery.
Hey, hey, chain bros.
Chain grabs.
So as I get ready to fight him, I take out one sword, and then I take out my
I
other
mean, it's
one.
not a nose.
Oh, you have another one?
We're not talking about your
Are we
nose
doing
hairs
this like
anymore.
this? Pull up my You want to get ready?
These
I was just like, you're going crazy. I was
I'll be
just
like-
saying.
I've
I'm
already
also
one person
a
who
little
I have to
intoxicated.
Oh, does he?
He's slightly intoxicated. That's the point that it affects him.
You know,
Flame on it.
Okay, dude.
To the point that it makes him a little bit arrogant, but it won't affect his rolls.
I can do
Based
that.
on what he rolls.
You get-
So, oh wow, I go first.
What's your two?
No, it's one, so that'd be a 5.
Why are you
I'm
fighting?
at
Oh,
5'2".
you go first.
I go first. Okay. I am going to
I love this campaign. They're already doing a lot more of the work.
I don't get why they're going
invoke a curse.
Because everyone, it sticks an axe. That's all it is.
Is it because everyone is
And
so
blood curse of the
Now
mark.
everyone wants to be the biggest badass, so they're dicks to each other to be the biggest badass. As they dicks to each other, that's all it is. Whereas if people would just work together more often, we would actually get more shit accomplished. But everybody wants to be the big evil and not work
And
together.
Back in my time,
I'm going
I
to
was all powerful.
rush
And look what
forward.
happened.
Since
Get
I
little bitch now.
amplified it.
Yeah, you got the start. You got the start.
I totally missed all of that.
So much success.
He was whining about you guys not working as a team, and he was like, well, I didn't need anybody. Back in my day, I was all powerful. And he was like, yeah, look what happened. You're a little bitch now.
Since I amplified the curse, I have
Comparatively
advantage.
speaking,
Am
am I right?
I'm going to point my blade at Sin.
Let's give me exactly.
You get a D4 to attack and a D4 to saving throws.
Pointing my blade at you. I'm not going to kill you.
Okay.
When you say stop, we stop, okay? And I'm going to rush forward and take a jab.
You get it.
So, ready?
wondering what that was, I just gave Brian a card of DM Inspiration. Basically, nobody knows what the inspiration is. It goes away at the end of the session. And you can use it at any point for a roll to flip it over and add whatever the card is to it. Face cards are worth 10.
My roll, anybody?
And 4 does.
That's alright, I can roll again tonight.
It's kind of a more of a symbolic gesture.
15 points of damage.
Did I just blow your mind or something?
I go down.
But you see, if you had a teammate, you might still
Too
be
good
bad.
speaking to where the audience can still hear you.
Alright, I have my dueling.
No, you two-handed.
Nope.
No dual wielding?
Mhm.
Okay. And then you add a D4 on all attacks. Less is cool.
Less is more to your attack.
That was what's your
Sorry, you're saying
16? Okay. Alright. The first one was the second one does.
okay.
Action surge. So I'm gonna do another 2 attacks.
Actually,
How about you already action surged?
but you get back on a short rest, I believe, don't you?
Did we short rest though?
With a drinking game, it would have been a short rest. So
I don't know if it's short rest or long rest.
It's a short rest.
Okay.
That's 16.
I don't think that's
I'm about to have no fighter enough time. It's a short
Yeah,
rest.
you're gonna playing with the end,
No.
hold another action, not just an extra attack.
Yes.
What do they say about that?
So,
You're like, oh, okay. Yeah. That group, I think I've
That's 3.
reached myself.
Yeah, out of 4.
It happens, I mean, I've had groups that I just
8.
didn't like.
I've definitely had that happen. I'm DM for some groups that just did not match
Wow.
well together.
Yeah.
That's a 9. Plus 19. So is it done? Hold on a second, I don't do the third one. So I go, and then I'm about to do the third one. I say,
hold on. No,
Are you unconscious or?
yeah.
well, you managed to dodge one of them. No, so it's a triple attack that comes in first.
How do you have 2 attacks?
Action
It's just
surge.
the worst.
I have dueling. Well, it's
And the other one
two.
is to send you to-
So if I hold my one sword with 2 hands, I do the extra damage. But I essentially am 2 weapon fighting.
Okay.
So the second weapon bonus action,
And
You get bonus action?
if you
That's
have
fine.
dual wielding.
I have the dual wielding. Oh my
yeah,
god!
you can.
What?
You have to have
I'll
two
go
weapons.
over this after stream.
Please do. I've been doing 1 attack per turn.
Anybody could 2-weapon fight, but without the actual feature, you can't add your
Modifier for the
modifier
second
to the
one.
second one. But if you have 2-weapon fighting, then you can add your modifier to the second.
So yeah.
So, I see this, right?
Yeah.
I go up.
They were outside, so.
Spare the dying.
Oh,
See, let me show you.
And then I'm like, poke.
She's all
I can do 1 attack per turn. This is stupid.
At this point, Egon goes over to you. They're all outside. You can take one of the beds.
I totally take that.
Well, that's
Never lock the door.
Gosh, now I feel so stupid. I'll do 1 attack per turn. Read your information, kids.
New campaign, new classes. You learn all kinds of things.
Okay, I'm gonna put it on. Alright.
Alright.
I wasn't in the whole party.
Clearly. So you guys finish your little duel. I think you go up to the bed as well. You two finish your duel. The beds are already occupied.
So after that hit that trivia, I actually are you down?
Yeah, I spared
I grab your hand and I just say, Respect.
Oh god, it hurts everywhere. I'm gonna beat you one of these days.
Didn't Fizzler constantly challenge Greenlee to duels as well?
All the time.
Yeah. It's just not the courage for Josh. But listen, I learned something new. It's gonna happen.
Alrighty.
I have to think that as I'm looking to you're just sitting there with one sword, just see like and not do anything.
I don't play martial classes. I play spellcasters. Let's face it.
Do you guys want to deal with the mayor tonight, or are you guys kind of tired for tonight?
Probably call it for tonight.
Yeah, that seems like it's gonna be a whole other little scenario. Like,
Alrighty. With that, that is the end of the first session of Campaign 2 with Wicked Ways.
I think that was a great start. Great job. I'm excited for the story already. It's gonna be good.
You learned something new.
We have some truly nasty people that are being forced to work together for various reasons, most of them just involving insanity and power. We'll see how long that keeps this group together. We'll see how they do attempting to slay the mayor and how they announce their own mayorship and who they announce as the mayor. Next session, we are going to roll the credits and we will find somebody to raid. Thank you guys for sticking around for session 1. If you're coming in at the end or you missed the start of it, we will be uploading it to YouTube. We'll see you next week.
Bye everyone. Have a good night.
Oh, we're still doing the voting favorite character?
I haven't set the poll up yet, but if people want to mention in chat their favorite character this session, they will get a bonus. Let's roll the credits and see you guys later. And if you somehow don't know, Knight's Fall and Shadowpink over here both stream. Go pop them a follow. We'll see. We'll see
My
Shadowpink.
hand stretches across 2 planes.
We'll see Shadowpink streaming tomorrow for Community Day. Knight's Fall, do you have a plan next stream?
Not this next Thursday, but the following one will be our second D&D game with this group. With me DMing Divine Heresy.
Pog.
It's gonna be so much fun.
Please.
Look forward to seeing me as a player there.
Mhm.
Alrighty. Bye-bye.
You Oh my gosh.
Yeah, wait.
Damien. Hello, everyone.
That's fine. I'm done.
You're
So,
fine.
you're probably incredibly confused by what's happening here.
Oh no. We're gonna understand.
Thank you for the raid. We're
Wait,
currently
wait,
just
wait.
chatting.
The skeleton?
I'm eating dinner,
Stick
and I'm
almost
told
screaming.
that
I got two
our friend is
drops.
doing ASMR.
Oh yeah.
Alluring skull.
So we're watching him
I do love dropping
listening
their
to the
skulls.
ASMR while we eat dinner.
Oh, very
We're playing
nice,
Dungeons
very
and
nice.
Dragons. Nice. I've only played a one-off Dungeons and Dragons campaign. Thank you for the birthday wishes.
Homing soul mass.
I'm gonna be unlocking or putting up a drinking redeem.
Let's hear for just a little bit.
It'll be fun. We're gonna try to do Path of
Have a
Pain.
good time hearing for a little bit.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna
Looks
enjoy
like
it a lot.
Belstad again.
It is definitely Belstad.
We're gonna try Path of Pain
Some
and
weird
Hollow
movement
Knight.
from Alana.
I'd like to start it before getting too
Sadie
drunk.
has redeemed.
So,
I need a second to make sure I don't die.
you know.
Oops, that was too many Estes, but whatever. Okay, and we're back.
I just needed a second to turn it down. There we go. Now we're good.
I don't know why my lock
Nice,
is
baby
so
eight.
broken.
I still have a baby Yoda hanging out here.
But whenever I log on, it just rapidly switches between everything.
Got a little squish butt.
Stick explosion. Did we kill